Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 28 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, we have Darkside.
Yo.
Creamcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Green Tuner.
Hello, everyone.
And myself, the Ed Underground. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Pretty good.
Man,
Yes, sir.
Pretty good.
Yeah, great week this week. A lot of great stuff and a lot of ups and downs in the entertainment world this week. So it's been kind of crazy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot to
A
talk
lot
about.
of random encounters,
Mhm.
yeah,
maybe of the erotic kind.
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely some hardcore erotica. But it is what it is.
People being propositioned on the streets.
Hey, some people have more exciting lives than we do. I'll just say that.
That is true. Yeah.
So
That
Perhaps
is true.
we'll elaborate on that later on.
Yeah, maybe.
Not.
Oh.
I mean, there's some really good stories that should never be told. But then on the flip side of it, there are some really good stories that should be shared with
Yeah.
with maybe hundreds, if not thousands, of viewers that will watch.
Wow.
So it is what it is, man.
That is true.
Yeah. But other than that, you guys have been doing good though, personally. Good.
Yeah, everything's been
Man.
so far so good.
So far, so good.
Yeah, we're rounding out the year. This is what episode is this actually?
28.
28.
28? Yeah, episode 28, man. Like, we've gone much longer. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think the Blurred Podcast is gonna last as long. I'm not.
Last the
28. We're on episode 28, and man, I mean, we started this back in April, but here we are. Literally what, a week or so away from Christmas. Like 2 weeks away.
Did
from
we
the
start
year.
this in April?
I believe
I
so.
don't think so.
Yeah, some of our earliest recordings that I
Can we
have,
check on everything or no?
Yeah, I'm sure.
We can check it on our YouTube channel, possibly.
It's beyond our
That's true.
technology, but
The
But
laziness is strong.
we do have the
That's,
lost episodes.
that's crazy. Oh yeah, a lot of lost episodes in this
Wow.
podcast series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of intentionally and unintentionally lost episodes.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think there
Yeah.
were some intentional ones,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
but
Oh, you're right. I just looked it up. April 13th
yeah.
was the very first one.
Wow, April
Yeah.
13th, huh?
And
Mhm.
Wow.
I mean, we can talk more about how the podcast started. Maybe for a New Year's episode. A little bit how it got kicked off and so forth. Don't want to spoil it too much. Then that'll be some good content for our last episode of the year. Because we could probably dub this whole year as season 1, and then next year when we kick it off, that'll be season 2 of the Blurred Podcast. But yeah, man, I'm just always excited. Every time, I'm not gonna lie, like every time this we're supposed to shoot an episode, I get excited because it's like we, as like a friend group, we always BS'd on Messenger, but now getting to actually do it in person. Well, not in person, but you get what I'm saying. Over interwebs, it's always a great experience.
Now all our horrible takes are plain for and easy for everybody to see
Right.
and access.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I do look forward to it all week long, so it's a welcome distraction.
Exactly.
That is true. It is pretty neat. Yeah.
That's
I
a
do
great
as
point.
well. Reminds me of Seinfeld for some reason.
Seinfeld.
Of what?
Yeah.
No, what'd you say?
Seinfeld.
Oh.
Seinfeld.
That's
You
not what
said
you said.
Seinfeld at the beginning.
You said Seinfeld. That's like
Seinfeld. Like, what the fuck is Seinfeld?
that's the Seinfeld when you didn't have cable and you just had like the little antennas with all the static. So Ed thought it was Seinfeld the entire time. But for us,
Ed used to just watch UPN.
UPN.
Back in the day?
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
You remember?
Yeah, that's
UPN?
what I used to watch all the time.
Oh, where they had wasn't Murray on there at one point?
Yeah, it's like,
Or Ricky Lake?
Yeah, they had everything.
Yeah,
I'm
everything.
sure it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was. I think UPN was the CW for the CW. I think it got. Didn't it
I think
get?
UPN was aimed at definitely the urban demographic because they had
Yeah,
like,
it was a lot of like black shows. I remember they
Wayne's
had,
Brothers,
the
and,
Wayne's Brothers.
Yeah.
Sister
Martin.
Sister.
They had SmackDown at one
Sister,
point too, I
sister.
think.
What's up?
They had SmackDown at one point too, I think.
UPN?
Sure.
Yeah, they did.
UPN had like a mix of all kinds of things, but it just like it aimed at a certain group of
Yeah.
people,
Demographic,
but
sure.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I do remember as a kid watching that.
Yeah, I watched Wayne's Brothers religiously. So
He was
that was one of my favorite shows.
UPN, and then it was WB. WB had its own network, and I like WB, and they merged them together, and it became CW.
Yeah.
And definitely the WB side took over CW.
Took over,
UPN,
yeah.
UPN.
So,
There's not very much left of the classic UPN that we all remember.
UPN,
yeah. Well, this is anybody that's listening. I mean, I don't know how regional this was, but this is definitely Illinois, Chicago thing. UPN was a very, very big thing.
Pretty sure it was coast to coast.
Was it
right?
co-
Was it Coast to Coast?
I think it was
pretty
Coast
big.
to Coast.
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
big
maybe.
network.
I just assumed it was a Chicago thing.
Whatever.
But yeah, it was a big deal for us. But yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about UPN, WGN, all those other channels.
Oh, WGN.
Yeah, we
I used to work for WGN.
Channel 9.
Yeah, channel,
Oh, yeah. That's
yeah,
what
you
you
did.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Can I share that story or can you share it? What happened with WGN?
Oh, are you want me to share?
Yeah,
it's
of
up to you.
course.
It's up to you. Hey,
Sorry. So the
What
so
what
to-
were you working as?
Well, I
WGN?
worked two positions. The first one was graphic designer, video editor,
Mm.
and the second one was helicopter photographer.
helicopter photographer.
So my first actual day was an emergency day. Actually, I had like little to no training. We get sent to Chicago. They were told that the plane crashed in close to Lakeshore Drive. So we get sent out there, and we're there. I'm filming it with my camera, first time doing this,
Mm.
and the camera is a little bit crazy because
The motion of the helicopter.
yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
you have an actual camera in your hand. You're like pretend you're have an arcade stick,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
you're operating the camera with the arcade stick.
Yeah.
So you're like using two sticks at the same time to go up and down, and the other one to go left and right. But then you also have to twist the sticks to like get a zooming angle and stuff like that. It's kind of
Yeah.
difficult, but
Mm.
we film it. We're there for at least a good 45 minutes, and we later find out that it's a fake plane crash. That it was a film for
So,
No, it's a TV
Chicago
show.
Fire. Chicago Fire.
yeah,
Yeah,
Chicago
Live.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So there's YouTube videos of this.
Yeah,
You can
there
go
is.
online.
I actually seen it.
Mhm.
I
actually
haven't
seen it.
watched it.
I have watched
you
it.
have?
Yeah, I have watched it. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
But the really
Yeah.
cool thing about this was it was actually shown on Ellen DeGeneres and Jay Leno the following night,
Yeah.
which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. I got no credit for it, but it's
No.
pretty cool.
The
to see, like-
cameraman never gets credit.
Oh, we
Yeah.
never get credit, but it's
No.
pretty cool to see that my first day, and yeah, getting that was pretty cool. I got lots of high fives and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then what happened?
So I was the youngest guy there. With the training I had, which is very little, they decided to let me go. They were actually going through bankruptcy at the time, so they let a lot of people go. And me being there for less than a year, little training, yeah. So everyone else is there is like they've been there for years because there's the helicopter is actually located in a different part. It's not even in the city. It's like in the suburbs. So we actually go there and fly out to Chicago. But they don't just use WGN. They use WGN. They use all the major news stations.
Mhm.
So it's all there. But who are there? They've been there for like 30 plus years, 20 plus years. So they're pretty much veterans there. So
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh, okay.
That sounds like a job you don't quit on the regular. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I can
Yeah.
see. I'll be.
I don't know.
Yeah,
For some
nothing
reason, I
to do
remember
with
the-
you
the story
reporting
was
Vince
more-
McMahon's death.
I think didn't at one point Ed turn the camera like he was supposed to shoot like an accident. He turned the camera on himself and says, as a PSA that Vince McMahon has actually
Vince
died.
McMahon is dead. He was in that plane.
He was in the plane. He was in the plane crash. I seen his body. They put a white sheet over him. It was so real.
It's real to me, take it.
Yeah, inside joke, guys. Obviously, our dear Ed here believed as like a 9-year-old man.
Believe.
That's like a 29-year-old.
This is
You
like-
believed it.
This
You're
was
such a liar.
years ago.
Yeah, 29.
Yeah, we already shared this story.
I think we
Oh, yeah.
talked
Oh,
about
we did?
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
but Ed believed it. He believed it. He thought Vince McMahon got exploded in a limousine
Yeah, and I remember
on live TV.
on live TV, right? And just for some reason, on the WWE channel or WE presentation,
Mhm.
they just kept filming. They just kept.
Oh yeah.
The man's
Multiple angles. Great cinematography.
Yeah, the man's got.
It was though.
He's literally getting cooked alive, but they're blown up. But they
Yeah.
they had 18 cameras on him and just watched him.
Like WWE logo in the background on the side of a building, like perfectly placed.
Right after, it's like, this segment brought to you by Doritos.
Go to commercial. We'll be back.
They come back, limo still on fire. Oh man, and you're so gullible, so gullible.
Very gullible.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
what else is? But you know what is not gullible?
That's
These
not
segues,
gullible.
man.
God damn! One of these days, you will nail the segue.
We talking about? I nail them every single time. It's gonna be
Yeah.
one of these days when I actually fail a segue. But
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm like 10-0 right now. Impeccable segues. But you know what's not gullible though? Sneaker me with Sneaker Corner.
All right.
So for this week's Heat, I'm bringing you guys a very, very cool shoe. It's not even a hype shoe. It's not like a shoe that people are going crazy after, but I thought the silhouette for this shoe was really, really dope. And ever since I saw it a couple months ago, I knew that I wanted a couple pairs of this silhouette and some of the color schemes for it because it was just a dope shoe. So what I present to you,
Yeezys?
no, not Yeezys. Not
Oh,
Yeezys.
okay.
I do have some Yeezys coming, by the way, and I mean, there's Yeezys that have been out, but I finally got myself a pair of certain Yeezys, so I will be displaying those very, very soon.
Mm.
But these are Nikes. Big surprise.
Uh-huh.
These are the
Ooh.
LeBron 19s from Space Jam. So these are the Space Jam Dutch Blue LeBron 19s. Very cool shoe. Really, really love this design. I don't know why. I think because it's so different. It kind of reminds me of like the Air Yeezys back in the day, which I'm trying to secure a pair on, but they're stupid expensive. But it's just a different silhouette of a shoe. Kind of reminds me of the Jordan 7s. So, but I really, really like this pair. It's just a really nice, clean looking shoe. So it's blue, and you see it on the inside has a Space Jam logo in it. And I don't really care.
That's cool.
I really don't care about being Space Jam per se, but I just really love this design. Now there will be the actual Space Jam shoes that he wore in the movie. Like for the Toon Squad, he wore the orange uniform and so forth. Those shoes that he had on are coming out sometime later on, I believe this month. So that's the silhouette I really, really want. Not the silhouette. That's the color scheme I really want. But this is the same silhouette, and I just think it's such a dope shoe. The one thing about LeBron shoes is that they make your feet look so big. Like I wear a size 12, and they just look like really, really thick shoes because they are. So it makes your feet look like like you're wearing boats on them. But I've never played basketball on these. I had some people comment on how they might not be really good basketball shoes. But
I was about to say, it seems like it's meant to be worn open, right? The top part,
Yeah.
because I can't imagine that the see-through plastic rubbing against your skin when you're playing.
Well, the funny thing is this plastic part. So this part is plastic right here, but this is actually right here an air cushion. It's actually a big bubble. It's actually a big bubble, and it's
But is it made
very
of like a plastic substance?
Yeah, it's a plastic substance, and
Okay.
yeah, I mean this shoe overall seems like a shoe that you have to wear with some high socks. You couldn't wear these necessarily with ankle socks because it might irritate you. But when I wore them, actually they didn't seem to irritate my legs whatsoever. Mainly because these plastic things are kind of I don't know, from this angle you can see they're kind of pushed out a little bit. So like the actual plastic pieces right here don't really rub against your legs.
But I'm saying you didn't close it all up, right?
No,
You
I
didn't lace
close
it tight.
Yeah, I didn't lace it
Yeah,
tight.
so that's what I'm saying. It's probably meant to be worn like laced, kind of loose.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, these are really cool shoes, and you know, I rock.
It's a unique design, though. I haven't seen anything like that in a bit.
Reminds
Yeah,
me of a cartoon a little bit.
Yeah, it does look a
that's the
little.
point where they want
Yeah,
where they
that
want
is
to go.
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely like cartoonish, and I definitely like that only because you know, like I said, like I've worn, you know, I have so many Jordan 1s, I have so many Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s. I got the Cool Gray 11s. I was able to cop those, which is a big hype shoe this past week. But you know, all of the typical shoes, typical silhouettes that people have, you know, it's just really repeats of the exact same thing over and over again. So something with this, I like something being just a little bit different. And this is a shoe that I don't necessarily see myself wearing often, but I love the fact that it's part of my collection. So, you know, because of the shoe, and I started to realize that I'm really having a problem with shoes. So like, I'm starting to sell my shoe collection off. My wife was like trying to go with the whole method of, you know, if it doesn't bring you happiness, then you should get rid of it. And
What's that lady?
I forgot her
God
name.
damn it.
You talking about the Asian lady?
Yeah,
like,
the one that's where it started. Yeah.
Her. Yeah, trying to follow that principle. But then when I was going through my sneaker collection,
it all made you happy.
Yeah, all made me happy. Like I was smiling the entire time. So she was like, "So you're not gonna sell these shoes, are you?" I'm like, No. I will sell some shoes. But like the shoes I'm selling are like really like one-off shoes, and I'm just really trying to sell them for retail. I might lose some money on them just because they look nice. I just want to get rid of them. If I held on to them for a couple more years, I probably can make some profit on them. But at this point, I mean, I really don't need the money. I just more need the space. Well, I don't even need the space. It's just they're just sitting there. So I'd rather give them to somebody who will actually appreciate them, and not just sit in the closet and you know just look good.
Just collect.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get a display like we've been telling you?
Behind you.
Display.
Well, no. The funny thing is, my wife just sent me like right before the podcast. She sent me some stuff from Wayfair, some shoe boxes, and she's like, you know, pretty much telling me like, hey, you know, it's time for you to start putting your shoes in the collection. So I will be doing that shortly. I probably after the podcast tonight be spending some money and putting my shoes on display. Which it might be weird though, because like I said, this is the same camera that I'm talking to you guys, the same camera roughly that I talk to. Like, well, it's not the same camera, but I have another camera that I use for work, and it's gonna show all my sneakers in the back. And it's like, hey guys, let's have this deep professional conversation. And oh yeah, by the way, here's my entire Jordan collection. Take me there.
Yeah, but if you make it look like a solid sports collectible background, then you're fine.
Yeah, nobody's gonna care. It's like having like
some mature
memorabilia.
Yeah, it's not a cheap collection. Anyone who knows,
and it's not like you're collecting hentai dolls. You're collecting sneakers. You know what I mean?
Plus, you're black. You can pull it off.
And that's been episode 28.
28.
That's true.
Apparently,
it's true.
No,
I dare
true.
someone to criticize a black guy on their sneaker collection.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true.
We can start that trend.
Yeah. I know who's gonna start that trend exactly. Dark side. Next meeting is gonna have a black guy.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Speaking of weird shoes, do you have a pair of those? Kobe.
Gundam?
Those Kobe moon looking shoes.
Kobe moon.
They're like all gray. They look like moon boots.
Kobe.
I have not seen this.
You mean it's about the
it's about
the Yeezy boots?
Is that what it's called? They're like metallic gray, and they look like cartoon moon boots.
This got to be Yeezy because I can't imagine a Kobe. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeezy recently came out with some boots. Kobe.
Oh no, these are old.
Oh,
it's not new.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what was the name of the when we were growing up, the shoes with the pumps where you could pump them up?
Jordans.
No, those.
But they were not Jordans.
No,
because I had a pair. They were not Jordans.
Oh, here we go.
Adidas
They're called the Kobe
Adidas?
2s.
The Kobe 2s? I don't have
really?
the Kobe 2s. I have the Kobe. Only Kobe shoes I have right now are the Kobe Protros.
Look them up. That is when we're talking about like whether it's your taste or not, unique. Those shoes are very unique.
Yeah. No, actually, the funny thing is, I have seen players recently not players, but I've seen people when they went to Laker games back when
Yeah.
Kobe's alive. People were really rocking the hell out of those.
Yeah.
They're actually kind of cool. I am not gonna lie, they're actually kind of cool. I feel like those are like very situational shoes. Like you can't wear them with
Yeah.
everything, but those are kind of I actually like.
You
I
can't
like,
wear it for like a blazer.
Good
Right?
God.
Yeah, you can wear them with a blazer.
Oh, you looked him up too, Dark Side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
a friggin' like a Tesla car.
What?
Yeah,
Right?
Chunky
Am I looking at the
Tesla
right
car on
thing?
your
Yeah,
feet.
no, you're looking at the
Yeah.
right thing. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
why I said like moon boots.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe them. It's hard.
Yeah,
to describe
Adidas the
shoe.
Kobe too. It looks cool. I mean, it definitely looks unique.
Yeah, it's unique, and that's the thing. I like unique. But, the funny thing is like I'm trying to get out of Reebok. That's what it was. I said Adidas. It was Reeboks. I couldn't remember. It was one of the two.
Oh, you're trying to get out of Nike.
Man, I was
For the pump.
about to say
Yeah.
I don't think it was Adidas either
Yeah,
because
it was Adidas.
I was able to afford those shoes.
No, Adidas
Wait,
has
Reebok the pumps?
yeah,
Reebok
Reebok pumps.
pumps,
Yeah,
yeah.
Reebok pumps.
Oh,
Adidas
those are
has
so
they
cool
should
back in.
they should re-release those.
well,
I
Adidas
would
has
they're out, right?
Adidas does have pump shoes. On
With the little pump on the tongue that you can.
the tongue, yeah.
Yeah, pump on the tongue, the little release on the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that
was
was so
good.
cool.
Those were-
I,
those were
I never
good.
had those, but I always wanted them.
I had
I
I
to.
remember kids in school would always like, for any reason, no
Oh
matter
yeah,
what it was,
they'd pump them up.
they would find an excuse to
Yeah.
pump up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you'll pump 'em
running
up.
kind of low.
And the thing
Joe,
is,
I remember the first time I got them on. I put them on. I pumped them up till they were tight. It felt like they were like, wow, what is this? And then I was like, all right, everyone get out of my way. And I jumped and my vertical leap did not change. That was a
wow.
that
But
was
did
a
you feel cool?
briefly. But yeah, it was a moment of growth in my childhood
Mm.
where I was exposed to how advertising could lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The minute it seemed
I
like you were gonna dunk
specifically-
right away.
I specifically knew I was gonna touch that rim. So I was like, I remember pumping them too much to the point where I was like, I should stop pumping them. But I was like, no, I want to touch the rim. I might float away or something.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, you could pump. I've never seen any of them burst before, but it felt
Yeah.
like after a while, like I'm assuming they would burst because you just pumped them up too much.
I feel
Just
like
pump
after
too
a
much
certain
air.
point, there's just air escaping from.
Yeah, I'm
like,
pretty
I
sure
mean-
it's like an air release valve. or
Yeah,
something
Yeah.
for
yeah.
that
There's a
kinda-
little release button on the tongue too
Yeah.
that you could
Yeah.
hit it. And it was cool. It was cool though.
Well, thank you, Bandito, for the Reebok. Yeah, because I thought Adidas has so Adidas did come up with some pump shoes, but I think those are newer shoes. I don't think they had the pumps back in the day. Adidas, I think they were trying to, because at one point pumps were coming back. Like people were somewhat excited about pumps.
Yeah,
So
man.
Adidas came out with like some Jurassic Park shoes with some pumps in them. I think.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came
I
out with
didn't know
yeah, they came with a couple
Oh,
shoes with some
damn.
pumps in them.
You gotta look
And,
that up.
Yeah, I
the
need to-
Adidas. I think they're called the Adidas Furies. Fury.
Adidas Furies.
Yeah, Adidas Fury pumps. Let me see. Was it Adidas or am I still tripping? Yeah, Adidas Furies, and they have the pump, instant pumps on the front. They're weird.
I
looking
see the
shoes.
Jurassic Park Reebok.
Oh,
Oh,
those
these-
are so cool.
Yeah, they have Adidas. They're Adidas Reebok shoes. So maybe it's a collaboration. Maybe.
Oh, those are cool as hell.
Yeah,
Oh, this looks crazy as
yeah,
hell.
there's some. Maybe that's why I was confused because some
And
of
they're
them,
not that expensive.
they're not that. Well, they weren't hyped like that. But like people they thought they were really going to be hype shoes, and they really kind of weren't. But yeah, so it seems like Adidas and Reebok did a collaboration, and then Reebok was the original pump shoes.
What they need is like a celebrity to like just rock them out for one day, and someone takes pictures of it.
I mean, isn't it kind of like the two major brands are the ones that hold all like the
I would say yeah.
brownie points when it
Uh,
comes to hype, right? Like, isn't it harder for Reebok to have as much of an impact as a Nike, even if they were to release the same shoe?
Yeah, Reebok doesn't have that kind of pull at the moment. Kind of the two biggest brands right now are definitely Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second would be Adidas. Not Adidas, I'm sorry. New Balance. New Balance is very hype at the moment.
Oh, shoot, over Adidas?
Oh, yeah, big time. Big
That's
Oh, wow.
time.
surprising.
Well, I would say not even Adidas. If you would say Nike, then Yeezys. Nike, Yeezy, then New Balance. I would say probably be the top three. Even though I know Adidas is Yeezy is Adidas, but Nike, Yeezy, New Balance. I would say probably be the top three. Even though I know Adidas is Adidas, Yeezy is Adidas, but Yeah, I think those are the top three at the moment. And yeah, it's a crazy thing. Like, yeah, you can't really beat those three brands at the moment. Reebok can try if they want to. I just think they just don't.
It's just their name doesn't carry the weight. Then
yeah, it doesn't carry the weight like it used to. Like
Damn.
somebody asked me the other day, like, what about K Swiss? I'm like, K Swiss is not.
I've
what it
heard
used to
that in a long time.
be. Yeah, K Swiss is
Yeah.
not what it used to be back in the day. Like only like names that still ring bells just because of just who they are. That's doesn't not talked about often are like Tim's. Like people still rock Tim's. And then yeah, just like
LA Gear.
No.
Hell yeah.
And that is the sneaker talk. Oh, yep, that is the sneaker talk. Yeah, no, nobody's talking about no damn LA Gears, man.
did you guys look at? I'm still obsessing over the damn Jurassic Park shoes. Did you guys see the box that it comes in?
Yeah, I saw it.
No.
It's like a toy box,
so.
like a Jurassic Park toy box. So when you open it, flip up the top part, it has a cutout as if you were buying a toy.
Yeah, it's actually.
So they
that's
really
cool.
put some thought into it.
No, it's cool
You know, if
shit.
you're into Hasbro, the toy company releases they have the Transformers brand. So what they've been doing is they've been releasing collaborations
Mhm.
where they create Transformers of popular cars. So there's like the Back to the Future car,
Yeah.
and the
There's a
Transformers name.
Batmobile too.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Batmobile, but there's the DeLorean, the Ecto one,
Mhm.
and I just saw it the other day. The Jurassic Park
Jeep.
Jeep. It's not the Jeep. It's the one where the kids are in, where the T-Rex attacks. It's the one with the glass
I
glass
think it was
roof.
an
Right.
Explorer, right, or something.
Yeah. But they look movie accurate, but they transform and they have cool names. Like they're part of the Transformers
That's cool.
mythos. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Huh.
That's pretty.
It
Cool.
just reminded me of that Jeep. I saw it the other day. I was like, it looks perfect.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of collaborations. If you're talking about collaborations, for sure, Adidas is killing it with the collaborations. They do collaborations with everybody and anybody, and it's so low key. Like when they did the collaborations with Legos, with Lego. I keep saying Legos plural. When they did it with Lego, they came out with really dope shoes, and I actually have an Adidas Lego collab shoe in my closet. I just been holding on to. I think I'm gonna sell it only because I know there's true Lego collectors out there, and
Yeah.
I want to give it to them. But yeah, Adidas has really cool collaborations with a lot of like movies and brands, like the whole Simpsons collaboration.
Yeah, I remember talking about it.
Yeah, I got the Flaming Moe's. They have the Dutch beer shoes, Arizona tea, so forth. They have a lot of collaborations out there. So Adidas, as far as collaborations, is tier one. Really, they do really cool stuff. But they don't get as much hype as, like I said, the Jordans and the Yeezys and so forth. So it is what it is. But enough about damn shoes.
Yeah.
Let's get into the main topic of what we're going to talk about today, which was the Game Awards 2021.
Oh, I thought we were talking about gender politics.
Oh,
I had a
no,
whole
no.
article.
Oh,
about,
we need a break. We need a break for that.
Oh,
We need
okay.
a
All
break.
right.
Please.
Well, I guess I'll have to throw out my whole thesis that I wrote.
Bro, an entire
Past week.
dissertation about
Just
that.
put that on the back burner for now. Don't throw it away. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll rear its ugly head.
It's
Wow.
gonna come up later on this episode
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
But
Doubtful.
Dark Side, didn't you say you had something about?
Oh yeah, in the spirit of the
that's
Game
true, yeah.
Awards. Yeah, I did want to bring something up in the spirit of the Game Awards. So I did come into acquisition of something. So
Oh,
Wow.
What?
nice.
yep. So
Congratulations.
I just had this. It's
Wow.
it's a
Very
PS5. I did have the opportunity to pick one up. I got it because the opportunity was there. It was a very nice. You never see him. Literally, I never
Yeah.
see him. I saw it. There's nothing really I want to get. There's nothing really I want to play right now until Horizon comes out in February. But who knows? In February, when I want it, I guarantee you, I'm never going to find it. So
That is true.
yeah,
Wait,
I figured.
You talk all this stuff about how there's nothing to play on Xbox and then PS5, and you say there's nothing to play.
For me,
Same
For
thing.
me, there's nothing to play.
Same thing.
But at least now he's covered for.
I
when
mean,
those
I
releases
will
happen. He has
say
it
this.
ready.
There are actually, you know what? I'm probably in a week I'll have it unboxed. There's Miles Morales. I want to play that. There's actually a ton of games. I just right now I don't feel motivated to play anything. I'm struggling to get through Halo. We'll talk about it, but
wow.
I'm just not in a very video gamey mood at the moment.
Yeah.
Like to play it, to motivate it to play. I just need to be in a certain mood.
It happens.
Yeah. It comes and goes. I wouldn't like walking by if the PS5s were all over the place. I probably wouldn't have bought it like at this point in time. But it's just the opportunity that came up and I took advantage of it. Great price on it for me. But so I just decided to pop on it. Well, like I said, on February, Horizon. I mean, we'll talk about in the Game Awards. It was featured. It definitely whetted my appetite and definitely played a part in my decision making. You know, so
nice.
Okay,
absolutely.
well, let's get into the Game Awards then.
Absolutely.
Let's jump off into the Game Awards. So, I mean, first things first. What games were you excited about seeing in the Game Awards this year?
As you can see, well, trailers or awards.
Well, let's talk about
winners.
the purpose of the
Sure.
event was for awards, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Okay.
what do you guys think about the Game Awards period? I mean, it's evolved over the course of the last few years. I think it's
think of it the same way as I think about the Oscars and everything else. It's just the industry awarding itself. So it doesn't really matter to me who wins or who loses or whatever.
yeah.
Just because the industry says, hey, this is the best game, doesn't mean that it's the best game for me or the best movie for me. So I honestly plays no weight in any award show.
But do you think it is like them patting themselves on the back? Because for me, I was watching this event. And,
it
I
isn't
mean,
always patting
do you-
yourself on the back, but it is, the industry.
Let's say it's a celebration
awarding
of the
itself.
industry. Yeah. Okay. So
that's what it is.
we all know who won best game, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Do we know any other categories?
No, not really. Not for
So
me.
this is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking. But we can all name the trailers we saw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it that we watched? Like, I mean, this is like E3. Like,
know.
it's just
Well,
an
again, it's the
excuse
same
to
thing
show
as the
trailers.
Oscar. Who won the best visual effects last year at the
Yeah,
Oscars?
but when you go see the Oscars, they're not like Michael Bay's not premiering the Transformers trailer,
No,
on the
I
stage.
understand.
Nothing
but I'm
like
saying
that is happening. The
when
Oscars
it
are at
comes to
least
winning
about
awards,
the Oscars.
Everyone just cares about best movie. Same thing with the Game Awards. Everyone just cares
Yeah,
about best
but
game.
still, I mean, when Oscars come around, you have your opinion on who the best actor was or who the best actress was, if popular or not. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you do have some interest in the event. Like in this event,
Yeah,
I was
mean,
just
it's-
thinking
it's
about it. I was like,
interesting.
there's nothing in there.
I know it's interesting in seeing what they think is the winner, but again, I place no weight in any award show, no matter what it is. But you're right. This is basically a way to showcase what's coming out.
Yeah,
It really isn't
it's
about,
advertisers
who
have
wins.
paid. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what I'm trying to get at. It's
Well, yeah,
it's
like I was
advertisers.
telling you guys, I literally pulled up a compilation of trailers, and literally it was literally over an hour long, and it was back to back trailers, no filler, no guy talking about the segments, no awards. It was just trailers from beginning to end, and it was over an hour.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming the game show must have been over 2 hours. Then how long was the?
It was like
I think it was
3
3
hours.
hours.
Yeah, I was
3
gonna
hours
say.
exactly. So that's what I'm
3
saying.
hours,
It's
yeah.
insane how many trailers there are in just the quote unquote award show.
So
I think
what's
there's
this?
more
What's this?
trailers because you correct me if I'm wrong, but this year's award
You're
show-
wrong.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There was every category, it was the same game. There
It was the
my-
same set of games. Yeah,
Same
I
set
mean,
of
that's a
games, yeah.
reflection
Oh,
of
I
it
it.
was
gotcha.
it was Take-Two, Ratchet and Clank.
Mm.
I'm not even reading anything. I'm just going by memory.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's the same
Deathloop, yeah.
5 set of games that were
Deathloop,
nominated in
yeah.
every category.
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
is true.
that's
there was
maybe
almost
that's-
no variety.
That's
There
that's
wasn't a
maybe
variety.
it's just that's just a year. I guess it was just a week.
Yeah.
I'm sure
But
COVID.
that's every.
is-
But the thing is, that's every year. I mean, let's think about it. Like out of
True.
just like with movies, right? There are a ton of movies that come out every year that we never hear about, right? That we never watch ourselves, and movies that are not critically acclaimed, or movies as far as like peer reviewed because a lot of people haven't watched it, but they still win awards. The difference is that for video games is usually the opposite. Is based on popularity. Big stuff that's coming from big studios, not necessarily looking at smaller studios per se. That's not to say that a smaller studio can't win. You know, in my mind, I always go back to Hades by Supergiant Games, and that's a very small studio comparatively to a lot of these other studios that we hear about. And it won, you know, Game of the Year. I don't know necessarily by Game Awards. I can't remember, but I know by other publications it did win Game of the Year.
Last year.
Oh, it did actually win last year in Game Awards?
Didn't it? Yeah. Well, okay. So I'm looking it up, and the award show that like game developers have the most input is the DICE Awards, and that is Game of the Year was Hades.
Okay, that's
the DICE Awards.
And that's a smaller.
And that was in January.
And that's a smaller.
Well, DICE Awards. It wasn't this whatever it is.
Yeah, but this is a small.
No, this is definitely the popularity contest.
Yeah, it's popular.
Yeah,
for sure.
So it's like, you know, at the same time, you know, if it was also a popularity contest, like with a lot of other awards, like with the Oscars, you know, it's not necessarily a popularity award because if that was the case, then Avengers would win every single time. You know, that it would be, you know, Marvel will win every time because out of most movies, that's the movie that's always bringing in a lot of viewers. I just think with the Game Awards, this is just a popularity contest. This is really big on trying to present itself as a real award show overall.
Yeah.
And honestly, it may be. I don't know how the inner workings work behind the scenes of how they're coming up with all of these ratings, and that's just poor, you know, research on my behalf. But, you know, for the most part, the gaming industry, the medium of video games is so, it's still, I don't say it's niche. It is not something like, you know, like a studio's not putting out a game every year for the most part. It's, you know, when a big game comes out, people love it, they play the hell out of it. And it's not like a movie where, you know, a movie, you watch it for 3 hours, you're done. You know, games is taking it, you know, you have to play some games 30 hours. If it's a sports game, you could put hundreds of hours in. So, like for myself, playing, you know, watching the Game Awards, I look at it as popularity because, like, I didn't play It Takes Two. I did not play Deathloop. I did not play, what else was there? Forza.
Ratchet and Clank.
Deathloop. Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, like none of those games I actually played myself. I either watched it on a Twitch channel or I was playing other games that I was more interested in.
You didn't play Village?
No, I didn't play Village.
Oh,
I just
for some
watched.
reason I thought you were going to play Village. Okay.
I usually there's like a couple Twitch streamers.
Fake fan.
I'm a 100% a fake fan.
Okay.
I will watch people play all day, every day. I just won't play it myself because at the same time, I'd rather do other stuff.
Yeah.
And the games that
there's only so much time in the day.
Yeah, but you are going to play Resident Evil. It's on your like playlist.
It's on my playlist of things I want to play. But the thing is like I said, like movies, watch it 3 hours, you're done. You might watch it again, you know, just to understand deeper understanding, maybe like something like Tenet or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, you watch a movie one time, you move on. But video games is definitely a time crunch with how much time you're putting into it. So that's why this is just really a popular, like overall you have to depend on the editors, popularity of a game. So I'm not surprised that we see the same 5 games over and over again on these award shows. And I'm pretty sure there are plenty of games out there that look 1,000 times better of any game that's been put out. But we won't hear about it because maybe it's a smaller studio. It's not as popular right now. So it is what it is.
It is.
This wasn't my favorite game awards. I think the last 2 or 3 were my favorites. When Mick, who did the score for Doom, when he did a live concert at the Game Awards, that was freaking awesome. And
the live music is really good though at these shows. I have noticed that, and I do enjoy the live music presentations.
I didn't like it this year. I didn't like it this year.
I thought it opened with Sting. It was pretty damn cool.
Oh, well, Sting, yeah, but everything else was like,
I thought all of them were pretty damn cool.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
Great presentation.
Yeah, it was just different, I think.
Yeah, but I thought Sting was the best one out of all of them. And I felt that the previous 2 or 3 were like better. This one felt more like an award show with the people actually receiving or presenting the awards. It felt like more of an award show. But the last 2 or 3 award shows, I feel like it was more entertaining. And honestly, I wasn't going to live stream this award show. It was only because there were some games and things that are going to be announced. I said, okay, you know what, yeah, I'll do it. I'll take. Yeah. So I was happy.
Well, that was a show in and of itself. Let me just say this. So the Ed Underground live stream and the chat, which we were all in, Green Tuner I don't remember if you were in it, but we were all in it. But the Ed Underground's live take on the award show was truly a spectacle.
It was a show in itself. I got some feedback, not just from you guys, but I got some feedback from outside of us about it. Like, hey, that was actually pretty cool. Some said it was better than the award show itself in a way, because some didn't really like the award show. So yeah.
I mean, no, I think I think we did definitely. The people that were in your chat, I'm not going to say who it was, but I think we added a comedic some comedic undertone, well, a comedic take on a lot of your predictions, because your predictions were very one-sided. Your predictions were very one-sided in your stream, which I find hilarious. Is that for some reason every trailer, every reveal that was coming had to be Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah, like it would be.
Well, come on, can you blame me though?
Yes.
It was presented 2 years ago? I don't know how long ago. What did the game show?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Yeah, it was a big thing. I think
it's your most common. It's your most common thing that you go to. We were just talking about Halo Infinite, and your biggest criticism about it was it's basically Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
No. It was a criticism.
I just say that's where your go-to is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. I guarantee
it's your touchstone.
I guarantee you, someone at 343 played Zelda and said, you know what, Halo, and made a Halo.
Why? No,
because
tell
it's
why.
Open world now. You can travel anywhere.
Zelda didn't create open world.
No, it didn't create open world, but it made it vastly popular, where a lot of clones are now happening. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I think open world was pretty popular way before. I think just for you.
Grand Theft Auto.
I think just for you, my friend.
Popularized open world more than any other game.
Absolutely.
I'm saying that because of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's lots of clones out there. Like Genshin Impact, that's a Zelda clone. It's a good game. I'm just saying.
I would say you're right.
I would grabbed other things and then did their own spin on it, but they didn't really create open world or any of those things.
Well, didn't create open world, but because of the known game Zelda.
You're just a Zelda homer. That's
wow.
I'll say really. I mean, what is if I asked you to characterize what makes a Breath of the Wild type game, like what would you say is a Breath of the Wild clone? Would you be able to categorize it? Without saying open world.
Has a Zord. I mean, what other game has a sword in it and a shield?
Has a sword.
What? No, it just, if you play it like Genshin Impact, or I'm probably saying it wrong. If you play that game, it looks like Zelda.
I think you're right with Genshin Impact. They definitely borrow the art style. That's one. Okay. But
I'll say this. I'm going back to Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z.
All right. Let's move on.
Jesus. Why does everything have to go back?
Let's move on. Listeners, take the gun out of your mouths, listeners. We're moving on. Don't worry. Don't pull the trigger.
Don't worry. Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet. What do you mean not yet? If it wasn't for Dragon Ball
pull
Z,
the trigger yet.
There'll be no Naruto. There'll be no other animes out there.
But real quick, my favorite moment.
Stuff has been out for a while, and there's been
all right,
other animes that are like fighting type animes. But because Dragon Ball Z is the most popular, it kind of inspired other animes to come out later.
All right, great. All right, by far Creamcast, the best moment of the Ed Underground stream was the Iron Galaxy logo popping up.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta say I wish I was in the room with this kid.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I was in that room.
Why are you hating though? Why you hating?
No, I was happy. It was the happiest moment.
he was
No,
he was so excited, and he was like,
He perked
no,
up
Hey,
like
he
a
perked up.
groundhog.
I was like, wait,
no,
what's going on?
confused?
yeah, you got
No, I was
you,
like,
you
is it?
you got close to the camera, and you were like, wait, no, Iron Galaxy, what's going on? And
What's going on here?
He was so excited, thinking that
Only in his mind is there a possibility of something happening.
Well,
Yeah.
it was possible because there has been announcements at the Game Show Awards that
Sure,
like
sure.
no one thought would happen. Like the Xbox Series X reveal, no one saw that coming. But it
Except the
happened.
whole universe.
Except everybody.
No one knew about it. No one knew about
Everybody
it.
knew that there was going to be another
Ugh.
Xbox. There was no way.
Well, people knew there were going to be another Xbox, but no one knew that they were to present it at the Game Awards. I
But-
mean,
but what I'm saying
no
is-
other.
Yeah, but
company
I
would
mean
have
that
presented
everyone knew it
Yeah,
existed.
that was within the realm
Yeah.
of possibility. The
Yes,
thing is,
yeah.
is the thing is that Killer Instinct 2 is not within the realm of possibility. And
There's some rumors though
Oh, God bless you.
What rumors have you heard it from?
that Xbox has been looking for a studio.
How hard did his heart break when he realized it wasn't?
No, it didn't break. It was like,
Oh man,
Yeah.
no, it was
Dude,
like,
the game that was revealed in actuality is the most opposite of Killer
It's a
Instinct.
Fortnite clone.
And then he was
It's a
like,
Fortnite
there was
clone,
a black
basically.
guy. There was a black guy that was fighting. He was like, that's
Yeah.
not TJ Combo. And it's like, I think the
I was
the,
sitting at a comedy.
I think the
No, you were.
No, you
Yes, I
weren't.
was.
I think the
Of course I
cogs,
was.
the cogs in his brain were starting to turn. It was slow, very slow at first, but then it started to pick up a little speed, and then finally all the pieces came together, and he realized that Killer Instinct 2 was a distant memory, distant non-reality. It was never gonna. It was never gonna happen.
Possible.
It's-
So I
That's
did.
right.
It's still possible. It's still
I
possible.
didn't go into the Game Awards thinking that it'd be
Anything
a
is
Killer Instinct
possible,
game.
but
True,
to have that
true.
quick of a turnaround or whatever, it would be
Yeah.
insane.
Well, I went into this gaming show open-minded. I had no clue, no idea about a Killer Instinct. I just went to this like, okay, what's gonna happen?
He was
What's gonna
hopeful.
happen?
He was. You could tell.
But
you could tell. But he was so
when-
hopeful about it.
There's a look on his face that was true
Well, yeah,
joy, and when it
I was
True
hopeful.
joy.
dashed it to the ground,
No, I was hopeful,
Oh
but I
my
didn't
God.
like
Like a kid finding out Santa isn't real.
Yeah.
If you see the company that make this version of Killer Instinct, and then all of a sudden they go dark for a little bit, and then you see their logo pop up, like, oh wait, okay, what's going on here? Is it possible? Let's see.
Well,
No,
It
no, no.
happens.
Ed,
it wasn't.
Ed, the way that you're acting right here now is not the way that you acted. You
Oh, yeah,
know,
he's all calm and collected now. I gotta
Yeah.
watch
I'm
that.
always
now.
calm and collected.
no, Ed,
I
you
gotta
were
watch-
not sitting there talking
No.
about, man, that looks like a Killer Instinct. I wonder what it is. You got up close to the mic.
Of
You were-
course I'm gonna.
You were all
like,
up in the screen talking about, no
Yeah.
way, no way, no way. It cannot be possible. And then
the game.
and it wasn't.
and the beauty of it is the type of game that they released.
Oh.
It looks like something
It's
for
a Fortnite
toddlers.
clone.
It looks
It's a
like-
Fortnite clone.
no, it looks like
Another
that-
clone.
What's that game that came out like a year or two ago with a dodgeball, like the ball game.
Um, Knockout. I
Something
think?
Kings, knockout Kings.
Knockout Kings. It reminded
Something
me
like
of
that,
it's something
Knockout.
like that. And yeah,
What's it called here?
Ed,
Hold on, I'm trying to bring up the name.
Ed rode the wave. He rode the wave. He was up, then he was down, then he was up, then he was down, and then he was.
No,
just
I was like this. I was like, okay,
Oh,
let's-
anyone
okay,
curious
no,
about the game Rumbleverse? Think of
Rumbleverse.
Killer Instinct, and then go watch the
That's-
Rumbleverse.
That was the
trailer.
game?
That was the game.
Oh,
Rumbleverse.
poor
Well,
Ed.
they didn't
Oh,
show,
so
they didn't
beautiful.
show gameplay until halfway through the reveal of whatever this is. I think it's a Fortnite clone, just with no guns. It's just basically fighting.
It is. But
Yeah,
yeah, that is
yeah. That was
What a
far
great
and
moment.
away
Yeah.
What a
very
great
different
moment.
from
It
Killer
Well,
Instinct.
you see the logo pop up, Iron Galaxy. Okay, what's going on here? Because they've been dark for a while. Like no one knows what they're doing.
Yes, you're repeating yourself.
Now we
Okay.
know what they were doing. And it wasn't Ki. And
Nope.
Oh well.
I'm not
Hell
gonna
no.
lie.
I'm kind of happy about that though, because I do want to see someone else do KI.
Sure.
It's
sure.
just it's different.
You don't want to see the company that made the game that you love make a.
Well, they're
follow-up.
not the original company. It was actually Double Helix, but Double Helix got bought out by Amazon, and then Iron Galaxy got picked up by it.
So that tells you
And-
something.
So would you say that this moment, that brief moment, was like the culmination of all your hopes for several years before it was dashed?
No,
Because-
Oh, yes, it
because
was.
to be honest, I'd rather that I
Watching
do
you
want to see
react
another
to it.
company do it.
was
So if they
orgasmic.
had announced, "Hey, Killer Instinct 2 is coming out,"
He would have.
you would have been like, "Meh."
Ed would have been
No, I'll
shitting
be
on
awesome.
us.
Be awesome.
Ed would have been shitting on us for days. Ed would have been sitting there talking about, I told you, Killer Instinct's the best.
Oh,
fighting game."
it's going to happen. It's still going
Oh,
to
yeah,
happen.
it's gonna
'Cause,
happen.
Microsoft is
Sure.
looking for a developer to do KI. The only reason why Iron Galaxy hasn't picked it up again because they actually said that they're busy doing other games. This is one of those other games.
Mhm.
So for all we know, they could have been like, "Oh, we're doing other games." It could have been KI for all we know, but apparently it's not. So
Ed,
True.
I'm
but
kind
you-
of scared if Dude does pick up KI because their net code that Double Helix did and
Mhm.
gave it to Iron Galaxy, it's probably the best net code.
But Ed,
Okay.
you just said though, it
Mhm.
could have they could have been working on other games, but that's not other games. What really happened is they were working on other games. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not,
possible.
It's not.
It's
possible.
not they could have.
It's-
They were.
They
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
So,
and games with an S. So they, for all we know, they could be working on KI. I don't know.
Yeah,
No
they
one
could-
knows.
They could have
Sure.
been working on KI, but
Still.
they weren't. So now you got Rumble
Still.
Wars. Congratulations, Ed. You played yourself. So
Haters
You
gonna
played
hate.
yourself.
gonna
Congratulations. You
Haters-
played yourself.
You played yourself.
Haters gonna hate.
You were-
Anyways, it was a great moment
Yeah.
in live streaming history, and
Oh.
I'm glad I was part of it.
Yeah.
Cascade says, "I think Ed loves KI. I
Just-
do.
just
I
a
do
little
enjoy
bit.
KI. I do.
think
It does.
I think
Maybe.
it's,
I like fighting games. I do
It's he is the
So why aren't you playing Street Fighter?
because I didn't have a PS4 until recently,
No,
and as you know, Street Fighter's only on PS4.
For someone to say
I
they love
think
fighting
there's
games,
a-
but they don't play Street Fighter. That's
There's nothing wrong with being a KI fan, but there's just blind love to the reality of the situation.
This is someone
Uh,
who doesn't even play KI.
No. Yeah, I don't play KI.
I said,
I
would
can tell
play
you
Street
though.
Fighter. I would play Street Fighter, but I
Sure,
haven't had a
sure.
PS4 up until months ago. So,
Mhm.
No, see,
and
Ed-
Right.
for those who don't know, Street Fighter 5
Yeah, it's
is
an
Yeah.
exclusive.
exclusive.
PlayStation
Yes,
exclusive.
PlayStation.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
But the
Yeah.
thing is that Ed can love KI, and that's one thing. But Ed's that creep. Like KI's told him, like, "Hey, I'm just not that interested in you. I won't go off and see other people." And Ed's like chasing KI around, talking
Yeah.
about, "I still love you. I still got feelings for you." Outside
Yeah.
KI's window with the boombox talking about,
Mm.
playing
One,
a song.
I've never done that. Two,
It's
that's what you
KI
furiously
still around.
Ed, KI
beating off in the bush right outside the window
Exactly.
of KI's window.
KI wants to
Okay,
leave. KI wants to go and wants to explore other things. I mean, Ed, there's so many other fish out there. to
So
see,
many.
but yet
So many.
You
I
choose-
play
There's so
other
many
games.
fighting games. There are
I play other fighting
a
games.
plethora
Yeah.
of fighting games out
Number
Yeah,
there.
I do.
The best fighting game from the awards from 2021 was Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
So
Yep, it won.
And
yes,
and like I said, I've recently got a PS4. And I've been thinking about, I've said this many times, thinking about getting Guilty Gear Stride.
don't something about it, just get it and try something
Well,
new.
there's a lot of games I want to get. If you
Is
can
Guilty
add-
Gear Strive exclusive to the PlayStation 4?
Yes, it
Or
is.
PlayStation?
Guilty-
yes, it is.
So
Strive?
PlayStation has
Damn,
the
I thought it
lock
was,
on
multi-console.
fighting
Seems
games.
to be
On
fighting
aside
games.
from
Yeah.
KI. Aside from KI.
Well,
obviously,
Mortal
but-
Kombat is. I have Mortal Kombat. I play Mortal Kombat, but I think that, in my opinion, it's too bulky. It's too sluggish.
Oh, the newest one? Yeah, we already went over this.
Yeah. So
Ed, quick question. How
Pause for answer.
many jugs of orange juice do you go through per week?
per week, this
Because
is probably my
every
third
damn
one.
recording, you're drinking a
It's probably my
thing of
third one.
orange juice.
It's my third
What?
one. It's my third one.
That's your third one today?
No, third one within
This
the week.
week?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, leave Ed alone. You know he's so.
We talked about this
haters,
briefly.
Haters gonna hate.
You know,
Haters
talked
gonna
about
hate.
this.
Ed has brittle bone disease. He has osteoporosis.
He's
No,
got scurvy.
He has scurvy.
no.
So he
Haters
has,
gonna hate.
he has to drink his orange juice.
He's trying to keep that Omicron away, boys. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
It's all right.
But
Yes.
But another great moment in the
Yeah.
Ed Underground stream. I gotta say.
All right,
is when
again.
they-
Twitch.tv/the Ed Underground.
Ed Underground.
Yeah.
Another great moment was the trailer for what is the new Sonic game? Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic
Oh, that
Sonic
was so
Frontiers.
Oh my
Wait, the
God.
game or the movie?
Oh yeah, no, Sonic
game.
Frontiers.
Okay, the
The
game.
game.
Yeah.
It looks lame.
Oh, absolutely
no,
looks
no,
lame.
no,
No,
but-
no,
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 no.
no,
I don't think it looks
talk,
lame.
talk about the highlight, Darkside. Talk about the highlight of that video.
no. He it's just, you know what? It's out there. I encourage fans to anyone who's interested, go watch
Words
the VOD.
can't do it justice.
It's just the look on his face when he sees it, when he realizes it's not the game, it's another garbage Sonic game, and they're just trying to cash in on a movie.
I
so
never
they
said
just.
that.
No,
No, I'm
let
just
me say
saying.
no.
I'm
Let me say
just.
this.
I'm.
Let me say.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ed, we're all, in our 30s, right? We're all, seasoned gamers. We played games for decades now. We've been through the era of Game Award shows where they're saying, "Hey, we're showing you in-game footage," where it turns out just to be a CGI trailer. So we've seen this. We know all the tricks, right? I'm thinking that as adults, if we see a CGI trailer, we should be weathered enough to say, "Man, I'm just gonna wait for the gameplay and to determine if it's good or not." So in the Sonic trailer, Ed is sitting there like, "Oh my god, it looks so good." I'm like, "Ed, it's a CGI trailer. This is not gameplay." But
I
Ed
think you
is
got
sitting
the
here.
two trailers confused because I was super hyped for the
We're
movie.
not talking about the movie. No, this is the
Yeah, because
this
I
is the
don't
game.
remember being like, "Oh my goodness!"
No,
like,
you said this is so good.
Well, I
Set it
think. I
up.
think.
those
I think.
exact words.
I think
said
he
in the
said
movie
at
trailer.
I watched the video when he sees the game trailer start and he realizes the type of game that we're going to go into as a Sonic game. There's a sadness on his face, and then he briefly
Sadness.
in the scope of this 2-minute trailer, maybe a minute trailer, you inhale so much copium. By the end of the trailer, you're like,
Copium?
"Oh, it looks pretty good, guys. It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, guys.
pretty good.
It does look
It looks
pretty good.
pretty good."
I'm not saying I didn't like
It's
it.
a CGI. No, first you were like, "Is this Sonic Adventure? Are they remaking Sonic Adventure?" And
Yeah,
it's like,
and
Ed,
because
it's
it
a
looks like open
CGI.
world.
But Ed, the thing is this: we've been through so many game trailers that
Yes.
we should be past the tricks of publishers and developers putting out trailers of just CGI and then saying, "Oh my goodness, the game is so good."
So
But
parts of that trailer
keep
was
falling
not
for it.
just a CGI trailer; it was actual gameplay. There's a moment where Sonic is, he's like
There's
standing.
no way.
Yes, there is.
That was all
There's a
CGI.
moment.
There's
it's not
no
CGI,
way.
all of it.
Ed, it was
There's-
And a
all
lot
CGI.
of the
CGI.
You go back in
Yeah.
the trailer and look for yourself. There's one part where Sonic is just standing still, looking across the land, and like the camera is like slowly panning around them. That's open. It seemed like it's an open world game. That's why.
Oh,
Is this because
another
Sonic
Zelda
Adventure?
ripoff, is it?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I like how he doesn't bring it up for this one
that
franchise.
he likes, right?
Yeah, he won't call it a Zelda ripoff.
It was all CGI.
It could be. You never know.
It was all CGI. Ed.
Go back in the trailer and look.
It was all CGI.
Yeah, no, I've
trailer.
seen the trailer. It looks
seen
all
it, yeah.
CGI.
It looks all CGI.
For some reason, I started
Well,
thinking
I mean,
of
it could-
Sonic
it could
2006
be-
when I saw the trailer.
Yeah, I mean that's the vibe I got too. Like in
Yeah, right?
we've
Well-
seen this kind of game before. But here's the thing: the talk around the internet has been that they're really slapping this game together to cash in on the Sonic
movie.
movie. Yeah, yeah. And then so I don't know what to expect. Well, I expect garbage, and I'm sure we will get
I expect garbage too.
Yes, Sonic is a tradition that will continue to
Especially when
deliver
they try to
garbage.
go with that weird where everything is realistic around Sonic.
Yeah,
except
yeah.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Like they had
Sonic.
legit trees with a cartoon character running through them. It
Mhm.
doesn't match. Sonic needs to be in a cartoon world for it to work.
I don't agree with that, but
You liked how he looked there in that surrounding?
Yes.
I think that was
Oh,
just a
fine.
bad game. The game we're
Mm,
referencing is a bad game.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because Sonic is originally from Mobius. Mobius is more like a cartoony type world, and then something happens where he gets transported into the real world. So it makes sense.
Oh my god. And
It makes sense, guys.
Yeah,
Hey, am I wrong now?
he's,
you
No,
from,
you're not wrong.
literally
he's
just
from a cartoon
pushed so
world,
many
guy.
women away right now. What was it?
He's really a
So many
cartoon.
potential partner.
No, that's
His
the
best friend is
lore of
Tails.
Sonic.
Here's the car. The lore
That's the
of
lore of
Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah.
He has chaos emerald guy. He's faster than light.
He's from a Mobius.
So I'm looking at the trailer now too, and
Bandito Max is busting out that deep lore. that's something about like there's like a 6-novel book.
That Eggman lore.
Yeah, deep
I'm
lore.
looking at the trailer now, and a lot of it is actually in game.
Where do you say that?
I like-
Where does it say in game
Hey,
footage?
he's made the call. He's made the call, folks.
He's called
All right?
it. He's called
Okay.
He's made the call. No need
let's
to
put
go
a-
any further into this.
no,
I just
huh,
hope- I
let's
just
put
hope
a
that
pin
Sonic-
on this, and when the game gets released, let's see what
what it looks like.
what happens.
Yeah, I hope it turns out like
Tell you, baby.
there's
It'll
some-
be all those things and more.
it'll be Sonic
But
CGI
it
and
won't
Sonic
be in time
gameplay.
for the movie. It won't be in time for the movie. It's actually coming out holiday 2022.
Wow. Well, hey, if that's real
Uh-huh.
gameplay,
Well,
if
they
that's-
certainly got the trailer out just in time for the other trailer. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the beginning part is definitely CGI, but there's parts in the trailer in the middle that are in game.
Mm.
all right. Well,
We'll
see.
so it's your most hyped game of the year.
No,
and,
it's not.
who?
No, it is not.
No,
it
we
is
know
not.
what
That's who.
it's. We know.
There are a few other
No,
games that
Ed,
are like
what's-
my game of the year.
No, what's your number one game?
Um,
We already know. I can answer for you.
we already know what it
Elden
is.
Ring.
No.
No
That's
way.
not-
Are you kidding me?
Sacrifice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not-
there you go.
There we go.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I thought. it
said
would be.
there's a few.
No, that's
It's
not for
Elden
you.
Ring.
There's just one.
That's the Elden
come
Ring is
on,
not
I was-
on your radar.
I was teasing more for the Elden Ring.
Ed, you
CGI. It was all CGI. You saw it.
Elden Ring.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah, this trailer was,
Yeah, this
but
trailer
they've
was.
released a game. They've released like a 30-minute gameplay.
but
They have
the
open
CGI
beta-
trailer
You know the
Elden Ring-
history of Sonic too. Come on, Ed.
What?
Let's be real. You know the history of Sonic, like the
Yeah.
quality that they've been
It hasn't been
pumping in.
good. Yeah,
Sonic is
except for
exactly.
the recent one that was helped by fans who are Sonic fans.
Sonic is like general.
Never
Yeah, they had to go
been
back to
good.
the
No, Sonic-
original.
Sonic is
It's
like
been
general,
good.
it's like general herpes. We can never get rid of.
Never get rid of it.
It's
No.
it's there.
Never get rid
And
of
we
it.
think that we have squashed it and it's good and it's gone, and then
As
it-
long as
it
there are
keeps coming out with
furries out
trailers.
there, he will always exist.
It always. I'm just like
Oh my
shit.
goodness.
Mm.
But Ed, there's no way that you're into Elden Rings over Senua Sacrifice.
When have I ever said that I wasn't?
Ed,
When have you ever said anything
Damn.
about Elden Ring?
Look,
Yes.
look
Damn.
at the channel and you'll
Your
see
face.
that I was excited for a CD. It was all CGI. And you are saying, oh, look, it's CGI.
Look up the first 5 minutes where they showed Senua's Sacrifice gameplay trailer. You were freaking out,
yes.
and man, it,
The whole
like
time I was
I've said it
wondering, is this
before.
CGI or is this real time? I
Yeah,
said that, like, wait, is this
sure.
CGI? And it was actually the whole thing was real time.
Yes, but the
Could
thing
be
is,
real
you weren't nearly as excited
It looks
for
cool.
Elden Ring
It
as you
does.
were for Senua's Sacrifice. You're sitting there like, oh my goodness, okay, it all makes sense now. That must be a prequel, and this, oh man, now this must be before.
Yeah, come
everything.
on, man.
Like,
You're
I
way
knew there was
more.
a prequel.
You're way more into Senua's Sacrifice than Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on,
into
right.
both.
Oh,
I'm into
not
both.
to the not to the degree.
It's-
Look, we know you, man. Come on. What are we trying to
so
cool
why are
you?
you guys hating?
so we're saying,
Not
like,
hating. Why is
Ed,
it?
we're saying
If I
pick one game.
if I'm
what's your
saying
number one game that you're excited for?
out of this whole
Everything. It doesn't have to
What's
be the
your
two
most
choices
hype?
they gave you.
What's your most hyped
What's the most
game for
hype?
next year?
Elden
What are you most
Ring
excited to play?
and Senua's Sacrifice are about
Ed,
the same level.
So
There's-
they're in the same level.
there's-
It's
I mean,
slowly,
they can be
it's
about the
slowly
same
creeping
level.
up in reality.
yeah.
No,
No, but
they're
we
about
all
the same
know it's
level.
not true. We all know
They're
it's
the same
not
level.
true.
The thing
Well,
is,
we don't
I
know.
played-
Maybe
We-
he was
I know.
really-
I know. I'm saying it. You just don't.
I
know.
know.
You're just
Ed,
hating. You
I
guys
know.
are hating.
Ed,
Look,
They're
if it
hating.
wasn't true, I
Don't
wouldn't
listen
stick
to
on
them.
this. But it is absolutely.
I'm actually
Well,
It's
question.
true that it's the same level.
Okay, no.
I
This
would
is
have
how I know
loved to play
Ed's
the
full of
beta, but I
bullshit.
couldn't play the beta.
This is how I know Ed's full of bullshit.
Well, how are we discussing what I said I like
Because-
and don't
Yeah,
like?
exactly.
Because, no, I'm telling
How
you.
are we discussing what he
Because
feels?
Senua's
Yes,
Sacrifice.
we know him.
Because Senua's
What you
Sacrifice.
feel is wrong, eh?
Yeah, Senua's Sacrifice. How many times have you
Your
played
own
Senua's?
feelings are
How many
imbalanced.
times have you played Senua's
Exactly.
Sacrifice?
A few times.
Yes.
I think 3.
How many times have you played any of the Dark Soul games?
A few times.
Have you actually beaten
Uh,
it?
no.
You haven't beaten any Dark Souls games. You say you
Nope.
played it. I mean, I kind of find that hard to believe. Which one did you play actually? By the way,
What is Dark Souls on?
PlayStation and PC
And Xbox.
and Xbox
Yep.
It's on Xbox.
and
Yes.
Switch.
And Switch. Yeah.
I played it on Switch.
How did they get
Even-
into a Switch?
Even live stream on Switch.
So-
There is a beta that I played. Even like did a on the Mighty Valor channel. It's
Mhm.
probably still up there.
So which Souls games would you have played?
I played
There's only one
the
that's a
one on
PlayStation exclusive.
but because I
too.
didn't own PlayStation, I couldn't beat it.
So what about the Xbox ones that have been out for years?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was on Xbox. I thought it was
What
exclusive
about
to
the Switch
PlayStation.
ones?
The Switch ones, I played the beta, and I even like did a video about it.
So
Right.
so
El-
So
Elden
why,
Ring
why,
is
why
number
are you
one
guys
game,
still
baby.
hating?
Elden Ring.
And I'm
is-
looking forward to Elden Ring.
Right,
Okay, sure.
That's a
But
Yeah.
the game you always talk about, like when your go-to game, talking about how that game is better than any other game that PlayStation
Never said
has.
that.
Yes, you
never
yeah,
said
yeah,
that.
You told
I've
Senua's
never
Sacrifice.
said that. Those words have never come
You
out of my
can-
mouth.
Wow. Okay, no,
That's it.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because he's not wrong. He's right,
What?
and I'm glad he's denying it.
What's that?
This talk about Senua's Sacrifice.
It's the greatest game of
yeah.
all
I
time.
don't think he's
Never
ever
said
said that
that. Nope.
it's the best game ever. I just think he said he enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I enjoyed
I-
it enough to play.
I don't
Oh,
think
wow.
you've been around the amount of hype that he's thrown out for the game. But
No,
okay.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
I've-
this.
I've
trailer.
This
played
is,
it
you know
3
what this
times.
is
I enjoyed
reminding
it.
me of? This is reminding me of going to the theater with Ed Underground when Dragon Ball Evolution came out and him being all hyped before it. And when we got to the ticket stand, he literally turned around to us, the most hyped Dragon Ball guy, and was like, "You guys really
I
want to
just
see
remember.
this? You guys really want to see this?"
Yeah, because we're
Well,
not Dragon Ball
No,
fans.
no,
Yeah,
shut up.
yeah.
No, shut
This
up. I
is the same.
remember that now.
This is the same
Yeah,
event in
was it
real
just
life
us three?
happening.
Wow.
I don't know who was with us, but
think
I,
it's just you
remember.
two.
Let's just pretend it was us three, but maybe
I
it was
wasn't
more
there.
people. But yeah,
No.
we you were there.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Okay,
No.
so we went to the theater, and I don't know why Ed was ashamed that we were going to watch Dragon Ball, but basically he went to the counter, and after he bought his ticket, like Darkseid said, he turned around,
Turned
and
around.
put it on us. Like we forced him to go see the movie. What a douche.
I probably don't remember. No.
I can believe
Darkseid and I remember it,
Yeah.
and I think
Hey,
we started
it's
giving you shit about
seared
it.
in my
Like,
mind.
I'm like,
I
we
know-
went-
I know
we
for a
came here
fact
because
that-
of you.
But I know for a
Like-
fact I'm more of a DBZ fan than you two. Something like,
Yes.
what, you guys want to see this? Okay.
Okay.
No, you didn't do it that way.
Everything is so casual in your mind. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a
I never said it was the best game of all time.
For some reason, you were trying to
Okay.
impress the person behind the counter. Was
Yeah,
it a
I think it was
girl?
a lady. It was a lady.
Oh, maybe
ticket,
that's why. Okay, that makes more
yeah.
sense.
Probably not.
You guys are dragging
No.
me to see this anime inspired movie. I really don't want
Yeah.
to see it. I'm
Okay, not
sophisticated.
yeah.
That
That's
sounds
pretty funny.
That
I
sounds,
don't know.
That sounds about right. I wasn't there.
I don't think so.
I can hear him saying.
Yeah.
All right, so Ez believes that Senua's Sacrifice and Elden Ring are in the same category of best, his most hyped game. What about you, Greenton?
Mhm.
Oh, what? Eclipse.
Star Wars
What?
Eclipse
Star
looks
Wars
pretty damn
Eclipse.
cool.
Eclipse
yeah.
looks pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, as you can see from my
so-
background,
But I'm
I got my
tired-
purity seals ready.
Stop talking CGI.
Mhm.
I'm ready
trailers.
to kill the Xenos.
Mm.
What?
Space Marines 2.
Space Marines too.
Yeah.
Warhammer 40K,
Goddamn.
I'm not
baby.
gonna lie.
Hell,
The
yeah.
in-game
He's
footage,
got the Strades ready.
I have the Astrades ready. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm ready to kill Xenos. I got my
Hell
purity
yeah.
seals. I'm ready.
I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
the
I will not
in-game
lie.
footage was
After that
awesome.
trailer, I jumped right back into my love of 40K lore.
40K.
And
Hell yeah.
Dug deep into it.
The
So
sweet
bleak.
Ultramarines. Yeah.
Ultramarines and just the bleak, horrible future they live in.
Grim
Good
Dark.
times.
Yeah.
Good times.
It is.
But yeah,
great.
that looks pretty good. Is that sequel to the 360 game, I believe, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Did you play the original one?
I played a little bit of it recently. I think when it was on.
Oh. It was
Um,
cool as hell because I remember you
yeah.
got rewarded by being aggressive. Like
Yeah,
in other
those
games, you
glory
had to, like,
kills,
take
right?
cover and everything. But if you
Yeah.
were constantly being aggressive, you got rewarded in the game. So it was cool as hell.
So it's like
Mm.
Doom in a way.
Yeah,
It's more
before
like-
Doom. It was
it's more
Doom
like-
before Doom.
Doom and Gears of War combined, I felt like that was
Yeah.
the game. Yeah, very fun. And so looking forward to Space Marines. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say,
Xbox only, right?
Don't know.
I think it is. I think it is. I think it's PC and Xbox.
Because they showed the Xbox thing at the
Yeah, it
end.
was a Xbox logo before it. So
What studio? What studio's
Huh.
doing that?
what's the what?
What's the studio behind that?
Saber Interactive.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. Oh,
And I don't know, enough about it. But I will jump back real quick to Star Wars Eclipse. I thought that was pretty damn cool because I thought it was a KOTOR trailer until they got to the end. And it's from Quantic Dream. So I don't know. You guys are big fans. I'm a big fan of Quantic Dream. Most of their games are all PlayStation exclusives. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be a PlayStation exclusive, but
I think it's
damn.
Xbox, PlayStation. Nothing.
Yeah,
yeah,
for
the
Nintendo.
universe looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys big fans of Quantic Dream games? I don't know if we talked about them.
I
You gotta
have no
name
idea.
some. of
What
the
have
games
they
you
made?
They've made
I'm playing-
Heavy Rain. You ever played Heavy Rain?
Heavy Rain.
Oh, that's them.
I heard
Yeah,
about
Heavy
it.
Rain.
Oh, I really
The
liked Heavy Rain.
Detroit, Beyond Two Souls,
Yeah, Beyond
Detroit,
Become Human or whatever.
Become Human. Yep.
Okay.
So they're like narrative focused
So this is gonna
decision
be a
story
narrative
games.
game.
Yeah, this is a story based
Oh.
Star Wars game.
Okay, I'm way more interested in it now. I thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be another action game. Oh,
No,
okay, cool.
That's why. So when you mentioned that, is this in game? I'm sure it's a CG trailer, but I think the end result will look very close to CG because it's basically all they really do. It's interactive cutscenes, but they get really
Oh.
like into it.
That just pushed my interest in it way higher.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
That was a
yeah,
good one
like
for me.
for some reason when you were talking, I thought like you said it was a Knights of the Old Republic type game, and I was like,
That's what I thought.
I thought it was going to be KOTOR or somehow a tie-in with the Last Jedi or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
Fallen Jedi.
I don't
that
know,
was
never
cool.
played that. So
It's a good.
damn, that's cool as hell though. What was that? Do you know enough about Star Wars to know what that goop guy was, or
No, but they
I
said
think-
this.
These are new characters, right?
Yeah, it takes place after the
Oh,
High
okay.
Republic era. So it's in a period. I think it said 200 years before the prequels. So it's
Oh,
new
okay.
characters.
oh, sweet.
I think that looked pretty damn cool. For me, also I'm going to say the Suicide Squad. They showed a little bit of the gameplay
Looks
for that.
interesting as hell. Yeah.
Does look interesting. We saw like a Flash version of the, I guess the Flash trailer, and you'll be able to fight all the members of the Justice League. Very, very curious about this game. Definitely looked fun.
I think it's in good hands
Oh.
because it's by Rockstar, so I'm really interested.
Oh yeah, it is
Rockstar's doing
Rockstar.
it?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Cool.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
co-op or anything, but you can pick between the 4 characters that they've shown.
hmm
So it's only that roster. It's not like the rest of the other
No, I
Suicide
think
Squad members.
No, I think it's locked to that roster, but I
Okay.
think that their mechanics will be like explored. Like you'll be able to. I don't know how Captain Boomerang could fight Superman, but we'll find out.
It's
So-
a video game.
Or the Flash either.
yeah.
That is
Creamcast.
true.
What do you got? What do you like?
Oh god! Now that we're talking about fucking Star Wars, holy shit, that show's boring.
We're talking about Suicide
Star
Suicide
Squad.
Wars.
Squad.
It's the game.
Yeah,
Have you
fucking-
seen the trailer for that game?
what? Star Wars?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the first one.
Yeah, I saw it. And I was just like, oh, this is fucking boring.
This is better than all the prequels. I mean, the sequels.
I was like, man, this seems like at first I thought it was gonna be Dune or something, like coming off the success of the movie.
It did have a Doom vibe, yeah, at the
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, huh. But then it turned out to be Star Wars. I'm like, oh, fuck it. For myself, honestly, Elden Ring was the big hype.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a
Look,
surprise!
all right. Look, all
what
right.
a surprise!
That Elden Ring trailer, I will say this. Snooze fest.
Really?
Snooze fest.
Hmm.
It's all story and all CG. The last couple things they showed of Elden Ring was really, really cool, really hype. Kind of disappointed they went into a CG trailer again.
Okay, well, that's your opinion, and
I'm
it's
not.
wrong.
Yeah,
So,
yes, that's
I
my,
mean,
that's
yeah,
my
it's
opinion.
wrong.
Fight.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Anytime, any place.
I mean, if you want to discuss,
Screencast.
if you want to discuss how it's a stupid opinion, then sure.
Mm.
I agree. It's a CGI trailer, but I mean, they've already gone through like the stress test, so they have already shown there's plenty of footage out there to see what the game actually looks like. So I'm not too pressed for any in-game scenes, only because it's not like with Ed and Sonic talking about, oh my god, look at this game looks so good. We've actually seen gameplay, so I'm not too pressed. I'm not pressed on that.
True.
For me, I want to learn more about the lore of Elden Ring because it seems like it's completely different from Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and so forth.
Did you learn anything from the lore from that trailer? Because it seemed very vague and
Yes, I did learn.
It seemed
But
vague,
there's
but to
a
be
lot.
honest, it looked interesting. It has
Oh,
like
it
did look
interesting.
sort
There's
of
a lot
like
of
Middle
lore.
It was
Earth
a
type
massive-
feel to it,
Yeah, no, there's a lot of
Um,
lore that was packed into
like
that.
fantasy, which is right up my alley.
Yeah, George.
The only bad thing
R. R.
is the gameplay is not up my alley, so there's no way I can play that game.
Sure.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, I would definitely pay it if it was more forgiving. but the lore, or at least the setting, looks really, really, really interesting to me.
Yeah, there's been more lore stuff that was kind of revealed with that episode.
Mhm.
If you ever want to learn more about like the Soulsborne series and this lore, there's a person who I watch, Vadi Vidya. He is a YouTuber and he really goes really deep into the lore of all Dark Souls games and also Bloodborne. And then he did actually a breakdown of things that if you just looked at the trailer as is, it just looks like a trailer, CGI trailer. But if you played the network test and then with other things that we know about the game, there's a lot of tie-ins to stuff that we had seen previously that ties in a little bit more with this new trailer. So
Who played the network test? Like, was that open to everyone?
I don't believe it was. I don't think initially it was. It might have been open later. I didn't get to play it. I was busy with other stuff. But yeah, no, that's a game that I'm excited for. I'll probably pick it up day one. It just got me, honestly, it got me excited. Just kind of the same way Dark Souls 3 got me excited. And, you know, as a person who owns the entire Dark Souls series and Bloodborne, yeah, I just love the series. I love the great thing about the whole Dark Souls series, and I think this is kind of something they're doing with this game, is that it's very vague. Like, they don't just explicitly tell you everything that's happening in the story. So you kind of can use your imagination to a certain to be able to piece the story together to interpret it how you want to. So that's my most excited game, honestly.
That was the most excited thing you saw at the game trailer, the award show.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the award
That's
show.
the one you're looking forward
Okay.
to.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
one I'm looking forward to. Everything else, it would just seem like, I wasn't too excited for it, honestly.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff. I don't think we're going to go into all of it, but there was some interesting stuff. There was more than I expected there to be at a game awards show. Sorry, I called it the game trailer show.
It's basically a game trailer show.
It basically felt like the game trailer show. But yeah, no, some cool stuff out there.
I know Darkside is really excited about Thirsty Suitors, right?
Thirsty Suitors. I
What?
don't know if I saw that one.
What is this?
That's the
What is
with,
that one?
It's all
Thirsty Suitors.
centered on like an Indian family where the girl
Oh,
has
shoot,
to fight her
really?
ex-boyfriends.
What?
remember
Sounds
that.
like
Was
just
this
to fight her ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
the award show?
Oh man,
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
missed
the award
this.
show. Yeah, Thirsty Suitors.
Oh, it's not even on the thing I'm
I
looking
don't
at.
remember it.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
here I see it. Thirsty Suitors reveal trailer. I'll have to look it up. No, I have not
there.
seen this, but it sounds like it's pretty hype.
To represent
Yeah,
your people.
Pretty hype.
Nice.
Although the characters here don't look Indian, but okay, I will.
No, I'm telling you, play it
They
and you'll
are?
see what I mean. Yeah.
all right,
Very,
all
very,
right.
very,
I'll
very
check it
much
out.
into it. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Well, the one thing I was excited for, really quick, was it seems like there is still hope for Silent Hill to be resurrected with Guillermo del Toro. And
Oh my
Hideo
god,
Kojima.
That little hint.
Yeah,
What
it
is-
seems
that was
like
so cheap though.
it
All
wasn't cheap.
that
It
like
was cheap, but I kind of hope that they don't just continue to talk about it and tease it as if like, hey, if we continue to talk about it, we can garner hype for it. Or
Yes,
I hope they're actually working on it and we just don't know about it, because that would be awesome. I mean, I
think your only hope, I think, for that to happen, and I've thought about it a lot, is if Sony acquires Konami or the Konami library, and then Kojima Studios can step in that way. Otherwise, there's no way Kojima's getting into Silent Hills.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Unless you see a way for them to come together again.
the only way I can see them coming together again is if Konami pretty much hires Kojima Studios to help make the game with Guillermo del Toro. Now it's kind of a joint venture as opposed to being solely under the roof of Konami. And now they're saying, hey, well, because obviously Konami cannot produce a good Silent Hill game without Hideo Kojima. So, or at least they haven't put one out yet.
The long-standing rumor has been that Sony's trying to bridge that as a reality. They have Kojima, then they're trying to connect them together under some kind of exclusivity.
The-
to get
this
it,
sounds like Killer Instinct talk
Talk?
to me.
It's
Yeah.
entirely
So
possible.
what you the
Wow.
kind of shit you guys were giving?
Oh,
it,
it's
this
fan-
is
it's
basically
Fantasyland
what
shit.
you're
It's
doing.
Fantasyland shit.
No, but bullshit.
it is
The
Fantasyland
no,
shit.
I
You
disagree.
just said it.
Because
in my imaginary
You did
because
say
the
that.
thing
they
is,
bridged the guys together and they got together for sure. It's
because the
gonna happen.
difference is that
I never said for sure it's good. It's
No,
Fantasyland
not you.
talk.
I'm talking about Creamcast.
yeah,
Ah,
okay.
even he-
Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. Guillermo del Toro actually mentioned something of it. It went
He
off.
does.
It went off just the game studio, and it just said Iron Galaxy. It, over there fucking having an orgasm.
Well, Guitarro said Silent Hill, so no, tomato.
No, it's not tomato. This is the man behind.
Dreamcast, you're better than this. Still fall into this
No,
trap.
no, there's no trap.
Yeah, look at him. He's just
Trap cards.
to give a comeback.
Yeah, he's
Trap card set.
Ed thinks he has the trap card set. No.
So,
Oh,
and
hey, how about
you've
this?
been.
How about this? How about this? Let's put a pin into this conversation. Let's see
Alright.
whose game gets produced first: Silent
Oh,
Hill
I love it.
or
I love it.
Killer Instinct. That's
Yeah.
something I'll put money on.
Oh, hey,
Well, let's not put money
at
on it.
Underground.
Well, if
At
I'm gonna-
Underground.
let's make it a small amount because there's no way.
No, shut up, Green
Yeah.
Tutor.
Green Tuner, stay the fuck out of this. This is between me and Ed.
And put up your life savings now.
No,
Ed,
you two set the trap card.
we're just saying, hey, I think that not Killer Instinct. I think that Silent Hill will come out before Killer Instinct. That's all I'm saying.
I think in the realm of reality, I think there's a higher probability that Silent Hills will become a reality than us getting any future Killer Instinct game in any.
The funny thing is, Phil Spencer's
Yeah.
probably listening to this podcast like, yeah, I'm about to
Laughing.
I'm about to fuck these guys up. He's
That'd
gonna
be
push.
so good
He's gonna
if
push
they
a Killer
actually do
Instinct.
come out with Killer
Oh
Instinct.
my goodness.
Well,
Can
my
I
Xbox
be
is-
honest? Can I be
Xbox
honest?
is plugged up, so you could be listening.
I wake up at night in fear that one day Ed will be proven right
Oh,
about a Killer Instinct.
Mm.
When that Iron Studios logo came up, my heart did stop for a brief second.
My heart.
Milliseconds, I was like, "Oh shit!
I'm
Is
not
this
gonna
the
lie.
moment Ed will be proven right?"
My heart dropped a little bit. I am not.
Oh
Gonna lie.
yeah,
I really was hoping that Killer Instinct was not coming out because if it came out, Ed,
oh shit, it's
Ed
over.
would be.
Oh, it's
would-
going to happen.
He
One
would
day
throw
it's
in
gonna
our
happen.
face every single day. He would just be on our group chat talking about, "Yeah, I was playing the new KI today." Like, no,
Oh, it's going to happen.
jeez,
It's going to happen.
no,
It's going to
I
happen.
hope not.
Another game that I'm also looking forward to. Well, there's two. Is Gollum
Oh really?
because
Yeah.
Gollum looked.
No.
That did not look interesting at all.
the
I
only
was
reason
kinda-
why because I love Lord of the Rings.
Well, I
I
love
mean,
Lord of
that's
the
why.
Rings too, but that game really, I think, Ed, you said it on the stream that it looked last gen. It
Yeah,
really
it
It does
did.
look like
Well, I think they,
Actually,
they
you know
announced it. They announced it for last gen.
Yeah.
Before.
Dude, it looked like an iPad
No.
game.
I was gonna say
It
there
did.
seem to be a lot of games that have like last gen graphics trailer wise. Like what was
Yeah.
that horror game Slitterhead or whatever?
Slitterhead,
Oh,
yeah.
so there
Yeah,
had
that
that looks
looks-
so outdated.
That looks like a Sega game.
Extremely outdated.
That looked like a
Yeah.
Sega game.
Oh,
Yeah.
from
Creamcast, did you see the trailer for Have a Nice Death?
Have a Nice Death.
Which one is that one? Is that
that
the
an
one with the
American
little
game?
death guy?
Do a little death guy.
I
That
don't
reminds me of
remember.
what's
Hollow
the little
Knight.
bug guy.
Hollow Knight.
That's what it reminded
That's
me. of.
scream. It was screaming Hollow Knight. And I was like, Creamcast, why didn't you talk about
Yeah.
Was it Have
So
a
I don't-
Nice Death?
Have a Nice,
Nice
death.
Death.
Right up your alley, I think. It looks very
Yeah.
Hollow Knight-ish.
It looks like Hollow Knight basically, but with death.
And
That's
I like
exactly what
the.
I thought, yeah.
Oh no!
I-
That was a cool ass game. Now that I remember, yes,
Mhm.
that looked very very good. I actually was.
Yeah.
That's a game.
Actually-
Hollow Knight, which Hollow Knight is coming out. I'm surprised we didn't see anything about it. It's been in the works for so long. Hollow Knight.
There's a second one.
Yeah, it's called Silk Song. It's coming out.
Oh, but that's a DLC, I think, right?
No, it's a
Or
standalone. game.
it's a sequel?
It's
Oh.
a sequel.
Oh,
Speaking
damn.
of DLC,
Okay.
what about Cuphead?
Cuphead?
yeah.
No.
Oh, but that's a
Yeah.
DLC. That's a DLC.
That's what I'm saying. DLC Cuphead.
yeah, that looks
We
cool.
were just talking about it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks more
It
of
looks
the same
interesting.
Cuphead. But yeah, Cuphead is a style that is constantly
love this
looking
style.
impressive.
Again,
It's
Yeah.
very impressive.
Can't
No
play the
matter
game
what.
because
There's
I'm
nothing like
horrible
it.
with with those type of games, but it looks
Mhm.
amazing. Just how everything's hand drawn, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually like that, but definitely lends itself to look like it's hand drawn. Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought I read somewhere that everything was hand drawn in those.
I'm
games.
sure like there was initial like hand drawing involved.
Oh,
in,
and now they
like,
probably
creating-
upgraded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was hand drawn initially. Yeah, same thing.
but it definitely
okay.
you could argue that parts of it are very personalized.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
yeah, a Cuphead. That was a good one. Overall, I mean, now that's over, and we talked about overall, the games that we liked. What would you
What's
The
rank?
up, man?
games.
Huh?
Yeah. The
Oh,
games.
sorry, I thought it
The
was
Matrix.
Oh well, we were talking about the snooze fest. That was.
Well, I mean,
I guess
that
we
was
could
a
talk
demo.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was impressive. The Matrix was impressive. It definitely lends itself to show what graphics can do, what consoles can do. However, it was not a full-fledged gameplay. So while it's in the box of how much these consoles can do under Unreal Engine 5, let's see what games actually
Gameplay is,
can
yeah.
actually produce that for a full scope game.
Actual thing though looked boring as hell.
It was pretty boring.
And
I mean,
I'm sorry, Ed. I know you
the
had a
trailer.
good time
Did you play
streaming
it?
it.
Did he play it though? It's-
Unfortunately, I watched you play it for like 2 hours.
It's different when you play. I can see why you would think that just from looking at it, but playing it, it's kind of you're not doing anything special, but to be in that world and to like just to move around, do stuff for the moment, it is fun. It is fun.
Yeah, but you're not even doing any
You can't-
Matrixy things.
No, you're not.
just walking around. I mean, it's just like you're just looking at the crowds and environments and traffic
I guess
simulation.
it's neat if you're like a Matrix fan to be able to explore the world, right?
Yeah, it's
Well, even
for-
with a Matrix fan, there's nothing like Matrixy. I watched you run around that city for like 2 hours. It's like
and
you kept backing your car into things, and
and for the 2 hours you played, and I actually did enjoy it. No, I haven't played that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad
I haven't
you
played
enjoyed
the
it.
demo ever since then, but for that moment, it was actually pretty fun. And I'm going to go on a Silent Hill thought here, but I do think somewhere down the line there will be a Matrix game. They have to make a Matrix game after doing this demo. I mean, it's too good of a.
No, I don't think so. I think they were just trying to plug the movie,
It's
and they're
possible.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's a decent plug.
Maybe if the movie gets it another booster or a boost to the franchise, they'll probably release another game.
Yeah, if the
Possible.
movie does
Yeah.
well, you never know. But here's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Ed, if there was a Matrix game coming, this is the time that you would see an announcement for it. This is the time you'd see something for it. And there's nothing there for it. So
No, well, the two Matrix games that came out back in the day, they didn't come out until I think after the trilogy was done.
I know, but right now is when you're trying to hype up or build off the hype of something that's like a franchise that's kind of past its prime. I think the best opportunity you have is no, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying going back to highly likely scenarios. I think that if there was, we would have seen it. Just like Sonic, the people who do Sonic, they kind of understand where the money is right now. If they
Yeah.
release a Sonic game 2 years from now, nobody's going to care. But if they release it and show the trailer right next to the other Sonic thing, and trust me, you're going to see more Sonic hype connected to the
Yeah.
movie. They know what they're doing. They're trying to get the kids to,
Mhm.
put it in their Christmas lists. For
Yeah,
next
but if you take the Sonic movie out of the equation, this Sonic game would still
Would not
be-
exist.
No, it would exist. They make a
No
Sonic game
way.
almost every 2 years. Think
Yeah,
about
but it would
There's
not
been
exist.
many.
Maybe they wouldn't have gone
Sonic
through the
games that are
trouble of putting
bad.
it in the same show as the movie trailer.
Well,
Well, that's for sure. But I mean, like I said, the word on the street has been that this is a rushed game that's just being thrown
Knowing
together.
the history
to
of how
cash in.
Sonic has been treated, the franchise, I
Yeah.
have to side with Darkseid.
yeah.
Come on,
Well,
yeah.
And
What's the word on the chat?
so
What's one?
Bendito. So Mac was talking about how the game is how the game overall people are praising it for how impressive on a technical level it is, and that the
We're talking about
Unreal-
Matrix.
the
Or talking about
Matrix.
Sonic.
Matrix. No, nobody,
Oh.
nobody cares about Sonic. But,
I was about to say what?
yeah, no one cares.
yeah,
about that.
Power Deduction would have said Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Unreal-
right. I apologize.
Yeah, Unreal Engine For what it was really to showcase what the engine can do. And
Mhm.
like I sent you guys a link over the whole discussion. I really was trying to highlight to Ed that by spec standards, the Xbox X is more powerful than the PS5.
Mhm.
However, the PS5 for the Unreal Engine 5 Matrix test,
One frame rate.
yeah,
One frame
Ooh.
rate.
outperformed it
Hey,
by 1 frame rate.
One frame
So it's
rate
like
but
in
how?
that
How could it
one
do that?
scene. In the one
Yeah,
scene.
because
That's
but how
it.
could it do that though, Ed
well,
Underground?
In
right,
that one scene. That's it.
it's like having like a Mustang, and then someone has like a Schwinn bicycle, and
Mhm.
then the Schwinn bicycle still beats the Mustang, even though you have all this extra horsepower. The
Yeah.
bicycle still wins, which is hilarious. But no,
One frame rate.
I was actually so in the video that I had posted to you guys about that, they were just
Yeah.
they were discussing really how technically not to say advanced, but how technically powerful that demo was to showcase how certain light, like with ray tracing, certain lighting effects, how buildings were generated without pop-ins instantaneously from view distances, how traffic was working in real time by thousands of cars, pedestrians, everything, and how technically it was a very, very comprehensive and very a really, really good game, or really good demo, and just the possibility of
Mm.
how good Unreal Engine is. Yeah, yeah. You know,
I
PlayStation.
can't wait. I can't
Well, a
wait.
lot of people say why the reason why PlayStation in the past has been easier to actually develop for over Xbox is because the architecture that PlayStation had used in the past and even now is very, very easy as opposed to Xbox. Their architecture was a lot more difficult, which is funny because
I thought it was flip
I've
flop.
heard, yeah, I've heard flip
I
flop
heard
about
Yeah,
that.
the cell system for PS3 was so bad that's why Skyrim
Yeah.
didn't work. I remember I struggled
I'm talking
through
about more.
Yeah,
I'm
PS.
talking about more current versions like
Yeah,
PS4.
yeah, yeah. That's
PS4
what
oh,
I'm saying.
PS4.
PS4, yeah.
Now
I've heard
PS4
the
they got it
opposite
I
right.
got it
occur
right.
too.
Yeah.
PS4, the guy right there. Yeah.
PS4 they got it right,
PS,
and PS5.
PS4 and 5 they've got it right, but
Yeah,
PS3 was a
PS3 was
real.
when they had like the one that nobody could program
Yeah,
Right. It was
properly.
fine.
I've heard
Yeah.
across the board that it's very fluid. It's very stress free to work on a Xbox. I don't know the exact wording, but it's
The
easy
new
to work
one?
on Xbox. Yeah, well, not just the new one, but like just across the board because the Xbox uses the same. I forgot what the exact word they said. Um, operating system or something with the Xbox One.
Architecture. The
Yeah.
architecture. Well, now it's much easier because the consoles are starting to become more and more like computers.
PCs. Yeah.
Like they're starting to become more like PCs. Where now, which is funny because everybody talks about this. You know, every game that is created for the most part, especially in the well, just now in general, are made on PCs. Like PC is how you develop a game. You don't develop within a Xbox, sandbox environment and so forth, where you're, moving pieces and creating. You're creating a PC and then it needs to be imported. Especially now with how consoles are becoming more and more PC like, the architecture should be relatively, I won't say relatively simpler, but it should be simpler to, have those transitions going from PC into PlayStations, PC into Xbox. So that it doesn't necessarily mean, and this is just the case with anything, even with PC, just because you have more power does not equate to better performance. Better performance does not equal greater power all the time. And, that's just, I'm not crapping on Xbox in all reality.
No,
But
I think that's like
impressive by PlayStation. The fact that
a long running story what you just said about the power not being, because I remember Jaguar back in the day made the same mistake
Mhm.
with the Jaguar, and then like was it the Saturn, right? Sega Saturn was extremely powerful, but nobody could program for it.
Mhm.
So if you have something
Yeah.
that's really powerful but you can't program shit for it,
Mm.
it's not gonna translate into good games,
Mhm.
just like Creamcast said.
And it's not even just games. Like even thinking about cars, coming back to like the Ford GT, right? Like the Ford GT is not the highest doesn't have the highest horsepower out there, but it's so aerodynamic. like like the amount of wind resistance on it is so little that I
Oh.
mean it literally cuts the air like butter. And
Mini Cooper when they first released it,
yeah,
tiny
Mhm.
front wheel drive car, but it took the corner so well. It was beating like sports cars around the track because it was so well designed and so well balanced
yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, I think what car is it that even to this day is one of the most aerodynamic cars in production? I was actually watching a video on car production recently, and
Tesla.
No, it's not Tesla.
Not Tesla,
No,
you
it's
fool.
not Tesla. There's another car. I forgot what it was. And they were just talking about the fact that this car, even though it's a production car, it's not the fastest horsepower and so forth, but it can absolutely smoke so many cars just because as a production car and how it's designed, it's so aerodynamic as well. But that's all I was just saying about just the efficiency.
Yeah.
What's the word in the chat?
So Cascade is talking about you can answer why the Xbox ran slower than the PS5, even though Xbox has better, I'm assuming, better architecture or better components, stronger, faster components or bigger components. However, so the game engines are more compatible with specific processors, which is very true. So for example, the Unreal Engine is more capable with Intel versus Ryzen, or you talking like AMD. I think that's what he meant. So, yeah, definitely processors 100% can affect which engine is more compatible with it for sure. So,
Guys, it's that Fast and the Furious quote that I'm making up in the moment here, but it's not
Family?
the engine. It's not the engine.
it's family.
It's the driver.
This is true. You gotta say that. It's
For,
all,
that's very
Alright.
good.
it's very true.
For some
Not
reason,
the
I,
engine,
I,
it's the driver.
I
Boys.
thought Darkseid was gonna say it's not the what is it? The motion
Motion
of the ocean. How does that thing
Yes.
go?
It's not the
For
motion.
some reason, when he
Oh,
started,
it's
that's
the
what I'm like,
motion of the
"Is he
ocean?"
gonna say that?"
Yeah,
What?
it's not the length of the boat. It's the motion.
That
of the
also
ocean.
works.
Is the motion of the
Yeah.
ocean? Yeah, I thought that's what he was gonna say.
We're gonna
Yeah.
say family or something.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna make
It's
a Dominic
family.
Toretto.
Family.
It's all about
Family.
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 So I think we
You
talked.
drive your car.
So I think we talked enough about damn Game Awards now. Other
But
news.
did
They're-
anyone? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
There are a couple real quick. I mean, we're tied into the Game Awards here.
Alan Wake. Sorry, has anyone played Alan Wake?
Oh shit,
before I
Alan
forget?
Wake.
Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I was actually gonna
Long
mention that.
time
I'm
ago.
actually excited
Long
about
time
that.
Actually, I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna be The Evil Within. At first I thought that was what it
Yeah.
was gonna be. Because they haven't pushed out a new Evil Within since the 2.
I thought it was gonna be freaking like a Silent Hill type game.
That's
It,
what I first
it
thought too.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it did have Silent Hill vibes at first,
Mm.
especially with
Well,
him like walking down the street. Like,
Yeah,
they did.
I'm excited about it though. The first game was really cool to play through.
Yeah, no, Alan Wake is definitely a cult classic with many of the survival horror genre. So
And then, sorry, I think I interrupted Darkseid. He was bringing up something.
Yeah, I mean, if we've exhausted the game portion of the Game Awards, I wanted
Does
to
anyone
talk
else
about
have to talk about games
no,
before?
Nothing
No?
with the Game
All right.
Awards.
no, I'm
Then.
tired of
Alrighty.
Sonic.
We talked a little bit. Yeah, we don't need to talk about Sonic,
Haters.
but there was a Sonic trailer.
Haters.
Don't need to talk about it for the
No
movie.
Rogue.
Oh, the
But I
movie?
would like
Why
to
aren't they
talk
putting
about
Rogue?
the Halo series trailer we got.
Okay.
That
A
looked
little
pretty cool.
too late. Too late for Lenny.
Mm.
A little late for Lenny.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's whatever. It's another subscription
I honestly
service.
have no interest in it.
I
I would have had more interest in it if they had done it years ago when it was.
I am right there with you, Green Tuner.
Well,
I
they-
was really interested in it.
So they actually stopped the production of that because when they were focused more on entertainment and TV, that's where it was going. But because Phil Spencer took over, he shut down the production and focused
Mhm.
more on games.
Mm.
Actually,
No, I
Now we're
understand.
back.
Yeah.
back to games.
Phil
No,
Spencer
no,
still
I'm
here.
talking.
They're still
even,
focused on games.
I'm still
But-
talking even back in the day when they had Blomkamp
Blomkamp. Yeah.
slated to direct it. That's back when it would have been great to have a Halo series.
This was
Nowadays, I'm
back
like, eh.
back in the day where our hype was highest. Remember the Halo 3 commercials and the live action trailers for Halo 3?
Yes.
Oh my god,
So,
they were
good,
Yes.
so
They
good.
were so
But
good.
that's where you're like the hype was the highest for.
That was
it
the
could
highest.
actually it would actually look good. It would be amazing.
That would have been the moment where they would have just raked in just buttloads of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they
But-
should have did the Halo right after Halo 3, right after Halo 3 was released. Do maybe 6 months later after Halo or something like that, or somewhere near that. Produce a series and have the series run for like 2 years, and run that into another game, and then they could have been absolutely killed it. I'm
Well,
excited for this Halo. I'm not gonna lie. Halo right now, I'm actually kind of excited for it. Not excited in the sense of like, oh my goodness, I gotta get my hands on. I'm like, we've been waiting for so long. I want to see what this is about.
Yeah, I'll watch it. It's not like I won't watch it. It's just my excitement
I'll
is
watch it
not
too.
what it could have been
Yeah.
if it had been released, way earlier. So
How likely, based on all of us here, on the disaster scale, where do you think this series is going to fall? Are we going to get something good, or do you think this is going to be a hot mess?
I think it's gonna be a hot mess.
I think
It's,
it'll be decent. I think it'll be
Decent?
decent.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
decent too. I think hopefully people, and this is why I wanted to talk about other stuff after this, mainly the Cowboy Bebop cancellation, was because we as fans, we are so impatient. Like, we want things to be perfect and awesome the first go around, and it has to be timeless. And if it isn't, then we want to boo it off the stage. I think Halo is
You're
going to
right.
be decent.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be decent. It may not be great initially, but once the fans have put in their input, possibly become a really great series that could probably stand for several seasons. So I'm willing to give it a chance. I want to give it a chance.
I don't know.
As long as it's,
Well, yeah,
it's a
but
five.
then-
As long as it's the 5.
When
I'm
I
happy.
watched it though, it seemed a little cheap. I don't know why.
The
The trailer made it look-
budget is going to be an issue with it. They're
Yeah,
going
it
to
looks like it
see a
was
lot of closed sets
straining
for sure.
budget. Yeah,
Closed
Like
sets
even-
and
yeah.
CG backgrounds and blue sets for sure. So
Yeah.
they can make it look good. Mandalorian has shown that you can make artificial sets look amazing. So if they can
but
do
that's
it,
if you have that crazy what is it that
Disney money.
Yeah.
no
This
they
is
film it
Paramount
inside
money.
of like a room that's filled with LCD
Right.
screens.
Right.
I mean,
But
that
I
you have
think-
that
I think
kind of
that's-
technology.
Well, I think that's becoming. I've read a lot about that technology. A lot of studios are adapting that technology that they
Oh,
did. So
okay.
it's becoming the norm for
Oh,
CG sci-fi. So I hope it does look good.
I hope so. From the
Look, I'm
trailer,
hoping
did
it
look-
does well too because I
pretty
have
good.
a soft spot for Halo. It's just for some reason I'm not filled with confidence.
No, yeah, I have that same sneaking suspicion at the
Yeah.
base of my heart for Halo for sure.
Mm.
I think we just need to give Halo a chance. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll
I'm
give it a
not-
chance. Yeah.
I'm not too thrilled that it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
I'm
weird.
not
I think
Weird.
that's what
that.
irked me the most. I think
Yeah,
when I saw
very
Paramount
weird.
Plus, I'm like,
that's
Like
what-
even the Last of Us 2 is going to be on HBO.
HBO,
So like
right.
that makes sense. Like Halo
yeah.
on Paramount Plus makes no like
It doesn't make any
where
sense.
If
they're
they had-
burying it. I feel like they're burying it
Exactly.
somewhere.
And see, it's the thing.
if they had said what's called Halo
Amazon
on
or
Netflix
something.
or Amazon or something,
Amazon or
I would have
Netflix.
been like,
No, they
oh,
can't do
wow,
Amazon.
yeah,
They
yeah,
can't do Amazon
exactly.
because they're actually competing with Amazon.
Sure.
No,
All
No,
right,
that's
then
fine. I'm just saying
Netflix
if it
then.
was produced by someone other than Paramount.
You
Plus,
can put
You know
on
what's
Hulu.
surprising?
I
Because
agree
the
with that.
Cuphead is coming to Netflix, and Netflix is like buying up video game properties left and right. So, kind of, I wonder if it was just a pitch, or there's Paramount as some ownership deal
I mean, that
with
can
Microsoft.
probably translate really. That translates really well. Going Cuphead straight into animation.
I thought wasn't Halo initially supposed to be on? Wasn't it HBO? Wasn't it supposed to be?
I
under
thought it was
Warner Brothers,
HBO.
right? I thought Warner Brothers had potentially had
Well,
picked it up, or maybe it was
No,
just
they
way
had
before-
Warner Brothers had the pitch for the movie.
the movie that's
way back
probably-
in the
okay,
day.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no TV show.
So I have Paramount Plus, and like one movie that's on there that I kind of like. I'm kind of excited for. I'm actually gonna watch it pretty soon. It's the newest Paranormal Activity is on Paramount Plus, and from people that have watched it, I haven't seen it yet. They said the movie was bad until the very end. They said the very end was really, really good. Like the shock, the surprise factor about that. So other than that, that's all I've really heard about Paramount Plus. I haven't heard a lot, so it's just another subscription service that like my wife has I think she got it free with some service that she has.
Mm.
So it's like, okay, this is cool, but for the longevity of a series, it's really hard. I'm really hard pressed to pick up an entire new service just for one show that is probably
Yeah.
going to be mediocre at best. So
Yeah, I think that's where it's gonna
Oh,
land.
I hope
Mediocre.
not. I hope
The-
not.
talk about successful video game, The Witcher on Netflix.
oh yeah,
Ooh, yeah, coming up.
Done right.
yeah.
Done right
So good.
is the
So
right way to
good.
do it.
that was
Yes.
So it
it
can be
is.
done right. It just feels weird. So maybe we're all wrong. Hopefully it'll be a
Yeah.
great series.
It could
I'm
be.
hoping
But
it's
at
good.
Underground, I was watching that trailer and awful lot of females in that trailer.
Wait,
Are
Halo?
you concerned? Yeah, in the Halo trailer.
Honestly, I don't remember that.
There's a specific moment
don't
where
fall for
Master
it.
Chief, no,
Don't
where
fall-
Master
oh.
Chief, with the person speaking, says to the Master Chief something where it's just "You are the hope," and they cut to a lady. Do you think they will finally reveal Master Chief to be a woman?
It's not a woman. Master Chief is not a woman.
It's
Masters.
Master Chief is
What?
not a woman.
What were you
all right,
showing
fine,
us,
all right,
man?
fine. All right, but let me ask you this. In the Sonic trailer, when Sonic and Tails were doing a combo, they both looked at each other and smiled and had a
What
moment.
the world?
Oh, okay. So how come Sonic and Tails can do it and you don't bat an eye, but when Tila and
Because it's
what's
pretty
her name?
hot.
Andrea.
That's why.
Andrea do it,
Andrea.
it's not okay, or you have to look into it.
What kind of
Because
trap
it's
card is
pretty hot.
this?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
not,
saying.
it's not even a trap card. It's just your truth.
Not even.
It's just the
Mm.
truth. It's
just
reality.
truth.
You watch
didn't
that
see
trailer
the
and you tell me
combo.
there's not relationship between Sonic and Tails.
Sonic and Tails.
Not like that.
Uh,
If you look in the trailer, Sonic just met Tails in that trailer.
But he has a look in his face when they're fighting.
Yeah.
well, look, is
They're
it?
looking at each other
It's like
lovingly.
it's something more than just
And
friends.
Yes.
Sonic and Tails weren't fighting; they were fighting Robotnik. And
yeah, that's
Sure.
why.
Fighting-
But when they
fighting
were
Robotnik.
fighting
Yeah.
in
yeah,
tandem,
because
in
Matt,
tandem together
yeah,
as a
they
team.
were lovingly looking at each other. There were like some pretty romantic undertones to that
Team.
scene.
I'm
didn't
just
see
saying.
that was not
They
there.
really wanted those rings. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
Wow.
they did.
Hmm.
anyways,
Form,
let's
and we'll discuss.
moving
We'll talk
on.
about it later when more proof comes out. But
Moving
okay.
on.
No proof.
Okay, so we have a few minutes left. So
Okay.
big news came out recently about cancellation of a show we had just recently watched, which was Cowboy Bebop. Season 1 has been canceled.
So you
Um,
wanted to move on from the subject into this other subject, which is the exact same thing.
no,
Hell of a segue.
only if you guys try to trap card Ed, because we know Ed doesn't like traps.
no.
We know Ed
You
doesn't
know
like
you're
traps.
trying to trap card Ed
You
too.
can't trap card me
We know
into
Ed
it.
doesn't like
Creamcast
traps.
is also trying to. Everyone's trying to trap card Ed.
Hasn't worked, but continue.
I'm not trying to
So-
trap card Ed.
So, all right, I'm sorry to interrupt. So you were saying that it was canceled?
So, Cowboy Bebop season 1 is the final season of Cowboy Bebop. There are petitions out there to bring it back. Netflix has been
Well,
known.
like 7 people.
Netflix has been.
No, it's actually like over 6,000.
You only
people
look it
have
up.
signed
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a couple thousand on there.
There's a couple thousand. It might be
Oh my
at
goodness.
70. It might
Yeah,
be past
surprising.
7,000. at
I'm
this
sorry,
I'll look it up.
7,000 out of a million cajillion people on this earth. Okay,
Point.
I guess
you're the same
who
person.
signed that petition?
not me.
Ed,
Ed, you're the same
Ed,
person.
did.
You're the same person that that reads Rotten Tomato views and be like, 600 people don't like it, therefore it must be true. Like,
I recently, after we discussed the whole Cowboy Bebop fiasco, then I looked at the review.
okay, see you in space, Cowboy. You're a fake fan.
Continue.
well,
You're
a
no.
fake fan.
Well,
Real
remember
fan.
at Underground.
fan.
Remember you proudly supported the fans during the Sonic fiasco.
Yeah.
Remember you
You did.
championed
And
the
look what
fans.
They
happened.
wanted to
And
change
look what
Voice of the
happened.
fans.
Yes.
And
So
look
you
what
got
happened.
we got to support the voice
Look
of the
what
fans
happened.
for.
Yeah.
I know, but we got to
Look what
support the
happened.
voice of the fans.
Okay,
Yeah.
so look at it like this. How many fans liked the original Sonic movie concept?
I do.
I do,
I do.
Yeah.
and the
Why?
director and the
Why?
creative team and the artists and the
I
writers.
trusted them.
A lot
Yeah.
of people
The
did.
fans?
Yeah.
The fans?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Sonic.
It wasn't 1,000 people that
That original Sonic was my Sonic.
That was my Sonic too.
My yes,
Crap.
that was my Sonic.
Mhm.
That was the way that story was intended to be told
Fake fan.
by the creators
fake
and
fan,
writers.
Fake fan.
But this
No,
is
Wait,
no,
this
how
is
can
what
you
I'm
tell
talking
if I'm a fake fan? I know what I like.
Yeah, you know he knows what he
That's
likes.
very dismissive.
Why are you telling him what
Yeah.
he likes and what he doesn't like? He's telling you
Yeah.
what he likes. Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the original Sonic movie concept
Yeah.
Yes.
is better than
Which was the
Yeah.
same movie. Just
Yeah.
the Sonic looked better.
It fits more into the universe that the movie is set in.
Yeah.
So I'm reading a comment in the chat.
Yeah.
Cascade says people must have COVID because they have no taste. Cowboy Bebop was bad. Bitch.
that was actually pretty good.
That was pretty
Who
good.
knows? Who knows? I mean, who are we to speak for the fans? But the fans are speaking, so
But
we'll see
this-
what happens.
But this is a problem. This is what I was talking about earlier, is that we don't give shows enough leeway. Now, Cowboy Bebop, was it the Grammy Award winning show? Absolutely not. Was there better dialogue and better storyline plots? Absolutely.
Yes.
But was it worthy? I'd rather have a Cowboy Bebop series that gets better over time than just canceling it and just because I want to be upset about it. Like it could have turned out very good second season. It's happened on many shows where season 1 was bad. They realized that certain characters don't work. They had to switch out characters. They swap people out. Change directors.
Swamp.
So,
If you don't like it, don't watch
They
it.
did this in the first season of the
No.
Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
What?
Look, I honestly wanted to watch a
Swamping.
season 2. I wanted to see a season 2. And
I
again,
did
I'm
too.
not even kidding. I did sign that petition because I did want a
You know what? I'm
second
doing
season
it too right now.
Yeah.
to at
I'm
least
doing it right
flesh
now.
it out more. Because even though we talked all that shit, I still enjoyed the show, even though it was mediocre.
I
Exactly.
did.
And I
not.
wanted to see, a second season. I wanted to see where the story was going.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like the people that are signing this petition have not seen the original anime.
I think you're
How
wrong.
do
I
you
think a
know?
lot
How
of
do you
people
know?
have seen it.
I can see
You're-
someone.
You're
I can
jumping to
see-
conclusion.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm taking it like
yeah,
this:
most
knowing
definitely.
that I've seen the original anime and
Mhm.
then seeing this abomination.
Hey,
the
Green
Netflix
Tinder,
series.
have you seen the original anime?
Yes.
Have you signed the petition?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, I'll say
There you go.
I'll say the majority of fans who
How do you
have-
know? You don't know.
How do you know?
because it's
don't know.
canceled. Because you can see
What's your
Netflix,
barometer?
no. Let's be honest. Netflix has canceled shows that had better ratings than Cowboy Bebop, and they canceled
Yes.
it for whatever unknown reason.
Unknown reason.
And
They're
then-
criticized for it.
They're
They do
criticized
it all the
for it.
time.
They do it all
They
the
never
time.
released, right? The reason why?
No,
No, they
they're
don't
very
know.
close
They don't
to
talk.
the chest.
Yeah, Netflix is
And
notorious.
Cowboy Bebop, this series has been in the top 10 most watched for Netflix for what, the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks that it's
Yeah.
been out?
Like a good
yeah,
example.
because
not-
it's,
like a good
it's
example.
Cowboy Bebop.
My Hunter was one of the highest rated shows
Yep.
for
I
Netflix,
love that show.
and
Yep.
they still canceled it. And that's what I'm saying.
That's
so,
insane.
So going off on that tangent, I don't think you want to go down that tangent of they're canceling shows when they have canceled shows that have been fan favorites. And sometimes Netflix has brought back shows. Netflix brought
Yeah.
back what was that show?
Sense8.
Sense8. They
Sense8?
they,
Oh, okay.
they stopped it. They brought it back, and
Yep.
then they wanted season 3, but Netflix is like, nope, we're actually going to cancel it this time. So Netflix does bring back shows, but what I'm saying is that for Cowboy Bebop, there could have been possibly. I want to see season 2 because I want to see like how often in our lifetime are we ever going to see another Cowboy Bebop live action movie? Or a
Exactly.
series? So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Serious.
give
Probably
them-
never again.
Never again. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, unfortunately the creator has died. She died. Or the writer
Yeah.
of
One
Cowboy.
of the
writer,
writers,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
she
right.
passed.
Yeah.
So we're not going to probably get any other Cowboy Bebops. I know they're working on another anime, I believe, for Cowboy Bebop. But other than that, we're probably not going to get any more Cowboy Bebops after this. So instead of just canceling it, why not actually give it another chance for a season 2? And then once season 2, like, hey, we think we're going to end it, wrap it up at season 2. and then keep it.
Imagine them taking all the criticism and saying, okay, but we have all the sets, all these actors, all these stories. All right, let's make a Cowboy Bebop fueled by all these like haters or whatever they, or
Mhm.
let's make a fusion of different stories of new and old. Let's try to learn from our mistakes. You never know what the possibilities are. There's a lot of shows that improve on the second season, third season. Actually, a lot of shows are like that.
Yeah.
The
First season is always not that good.
no, Seinfeld, the first season, I hate it, but I love
Yeah.
Seinfeld. It's one of my favorite shows. Simpsons, same
Simpsons
first season.
was horrific.
It's
season's
it's
super
a struggle.
Family-
First two are a
Family
little
Guy.
bit of a struggle.
Family Guy, South Park, first seasons
Well,
weren't the
But
greatest.
Yeah,
all
first seasons are
all
rough.
these shows you're mentioning,
Mhm.
they didn't have something to base it off of. They didn't have an existing story beforehand. This Cowboy Bebop Netflix show had an anime before it. You had
Yeah,
you had
but
story, and
you're
they
switching medium.
Yeah, but it's
way
an
off of
it's a total adaptation. It's
And
a bad
completely a
one.
new beast.
And then
You're
it's
not going
different
one for
medium. And then if you're going to compare apples to apples, Cowboy Bebop, the actual animation is an animation, which then when you compare it to another animation that does horrible in its first season or first few episodes, then that's more of an easy comparison. I'm just saying that give these people a chance. It's not easy to do. And the fact is that this is something that no one asked for. No one asked for it. We got it. And while it was not the best, I'm not saying Cowboy Bebop was it. I think I gave it a 4.
Yeah, nobody's saying it was
I think
the
I
best.
gave it a 4.
Yeah.
I think I gave it a 4
Yeah.
or 5.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gave it a 4, yeah.
Yeah, it was not the greatest.
I gave it a 4. I think you gave
I
it
gave
a
it
5.
5. I think I gave it a 5, which
Yeah.
is average.
okay.
It's just average. It was an average
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And I'm looking at it from the lens of, like I think I said before, as a person who's never seen the Cowboy Bebop anime, I gave it a 5. It was a decent show and blah blah blah. But season 2 could have been great. I just think that once again, we as anime consumers, as we as video game consumers, we're so quick to judge something and then just automatically want to dismiss it when hey, this is something this is a medium that has never been taken on before with this series. Give it a shot, see what happens.
Yep.
Voice your concerns so that the next season could be a better season. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but kind of like what Cascade was saying, how many seasons can Cowboy Bebop do? I mean, even with this one season, there's nothing past that in the anime.
Well,
False.
they shouldn't
There's
they shouldn't adapt the anime.
But the thing is, no, if you take outside, this is why people be talking out their ass. There's a lot more episodes. There's 24 episodes they could have went over. They only did 10 episodes, and out of those 10 episodes, they only covered maybe three stories out of those 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So there's
I'm talking about after Vicious and
doesn't
Spike.
need to, but the thing is, it doesn't need to follow the. Obviously,
Well,
it doesn't.
It doesn't need to follow the
Yeah,
anime.
it doesn't
We've
follow the
said
anime.
that plenty of times.
So even if
they literally set it up in the last episode to go in a completely new direction.
But even then,
Yeah,
if,
a new direction.
even if you move outside of Cowboy Bebop as far as storyline is concerned, granted it's out of certain orders, but you could have what's the episode with the small kid in the meteor when he can live forever. There's that one. You can go about Grin's episode. There's so many other episodes they could have done for season 10 and then still push Julia's storyline, still push the final encounter with Spike and Vicious and Julia. So there's still things you can do. You still have there's no under
Or create new
Create new
episodes.
episodes.
And I
Yeah.
said it
That would've
before,
been
and I
nice.
say it again. They could have did something like that in first season, but instead they chose to go a different direction that no one, that's not even in the original story.
But does
And
it-
you know what I'm
but does
talking
it-
about?
I think they stuck closer to the first season than I feel they should have. They should have veered away more.
and that happens
It's a
in every
different medium.
Yeah.
You should.
Any
you
medium.
should
And then if you-
embrace a new medium.
Well, we're talking about like Lord of the Rings, the book and the movie are very different.
very.
Same thing with anything you try to go from one medium to another, there has to be changes in order to fit that new medium. You can't have a shot for shot. It'd be so boring to have a shot for shot. And we're going
Yeah.
over
Why would
old
you watch that?
territory.
I just watched the
Yeah.
anime again. Yeah. So I mean, they should have gone in their own direction. That's
Yeah.
what I was hoping
Yeah.
for season 2 for them to go
In their
even
own-
further down in their own direction. That world is cool. That world
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
Those characters are cool. You
Mhm.
could do something cool in that world with those characters. You could. Did they screw up a lot in the first season? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
We all agree there.
Yeah.
But could they do something with that? There's good stuff for them to someone to come there and go, man, you can make gold out of this, this, and this. Get
Yeah.
rid of all that.
Yeah.
They missed that opportunity.
Yeah.
You'll
They
never
didn't
get it
have
again.
the
Creamcat said it. He's right. We'll probably never get a live action Cowboy Bebop
Yeah.
again.
Because that's a franchise that nobody's really clamoring to
Yeah.
have anything. We all like Cowboy Bebop, but what was the last time we were really talking about Cowboy Bebop
True.
until the series came out?
True.
Yeah, this is kind of the same.
Yeah.
This goes on the same discussion of what we talk about He-Man, with all the fans talking about He-Man.
I hope
we
I hope
never
we get
nobody was sitting out here talking about He-Man, but then everybody and their and their father was a He-Man expert, and they criticized the hell out of Kevin Smith.
that
Out
guy. Especially that guy.
Yeah, well, for me, it's this guy right here. Yeah, fuck that guy.
I can't even see.
Yeah, yeah, it's right above you. Oh no, you're pointing to dark side. Good job.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, point up. Yeah, there you go.
there you go.
Oh, are we not like?
Wait.
Is this
No,
like?
your
Does everyone
Zoom-
have a different orientation?
My orientation.
No. He's talking about the Twitch, which is the actual
Yeah,
orientation.
my orientation.
if you're
is
just
down
looking,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, your
Down
yeah.
orientation.
I'm just looking at the Zoom.
There.
Yeah,
Who's over here? What assholes over here?
nobody. You're pointing off the screen. yeah, you were just flipping off nobody.
Where the fuck is Ed?
Ed is in your top.
What the heck?
Okay, so think of it like this: in the top left corner is Ed.
Yeah.
Top right corner is me.
Below me.
Bottom left corner is Green Tuner, and then you're in the bottom right.
So you gotta point
so-
toward that little corner.
Yeah. So okay. So for me, point how I am.
Who do I flip off? Which corner should I flip off?
So you're
Ed. Go to
your right,
You're
go
right.
to your right.
Right. Take your right hand.
No, go to your left. Go to your left.
Yeah,
Your
My
left.
right?
No, Ed,
Yeah,
Ed,
left,
Ed, stop
left.
talking.
Left.
Ed,
Left.
stop
God
talking.
damn it!
Ed, it's opposite. Your right hand.
Oh,
Yeah, that one. I point to.
No, actually, no, I'm
towards
stupid.
Away.
I'm an idiot. No,
No.
no,
No,
it's
no,
your
no,
left
you're right,
hand.
you're right.
It's your left hand.
Do it.
It's his left hand.
Where you're looking now, point. Where you're looking now, point.
No, I'm
Where
looking at
you're
the Twitch.
looking now,
I'm looking at
point.
the Twitch. Ed,
All right,
my
touch your
Twitch.
toes.
My
I'm looking at
And
Twitch
then
too.
Ed, my Twitch
go back
orientation is the right orientation.
I'm
moving on. I'll
Where
have
you're
to
looking at
study the
the point.
Twitch.
No. Take your left hand.
You know what?
Take your
Fuck everybody
take
here.
your fucking left
fucking-
hand. You-
Fuck you.
Oh, you
Are you
piece
up
of shit.
there? Is that you?
Now he
Fuck
knows
you.
right. He knows right place to point. Little bitch.
Fucking bitch.
God, I hate you
Kick
guys.
your ass.
Yeah. Hey, Green Tuner, keep all this shit in. Please do.
The following makes no sense for anyone audio listening.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck?
We're trying to figure out where each one of them was located on the
We're on the
screen.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to flip off that Underground's box, and apparently it's not in the right spot.
yeah, it is in the-
Anyway,
Just,
moving on.
John Cena and
I'm just trying to
Creamcast.
hit Ed's box. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, he just want to hit your box one good time.
never-
But yeah,
not gonna happen.
we'll see
Never
what
go to get it, never go to get it, never go to get it, never go to get it. Okay, well,
That's what you say.
go on.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. So, nah, he's threw me off. I mean,
He-Man,
we're very, we're,
Bebop.
He-Man.
yeah, He-Man.
Bebop.
Yeah, it just,
Yeah,
it, just
we were
sucks.
just-
It just sucks that we're not gonna get a Cowboy Bebop. I mean, even if it was bad, I think the fans should have gave it more of a chance and see a season 2, see what happens. Like
You never know.
We had nothing to lose. Honestly, we had nothing to lose because now we're never.
I agree.
We're never gonna get another Cowboy Bebop again. And it's always the fans that want to have a hissy fit about, oh my goodness, this is not my Cowboy Bebop. Like, voice your concerns, try to promote it so that we can get season 2, and then it can get better. It's like the opposite. Oh, go ahead.
Give it to someone else. Give it to someone else. Give it not to
Who-
Netflix.
no one's gonna pick it up.
I'm seeing a pattern on Netflix.
Who's gonna pick it up?
has been-
Here's the thing, though. Who's gonna?
What's the pattern on Netflix? What pattern do
Who's
you
gonna
see?
get it?
Have you watched
Who's
The
gonna
Witcher?
pick it?
Yes, The Witcher is actually decent. The Witcher's
Okay, so what Witcher's
Death
on
Note.
Netflix?
Cowboy Bebop, and now this upcoming or He-Man, and now Mega Man too. I'm seeing a pattern of
Oh,
Netflix.
Mega
like
Man.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
Yeah,
you're
that's
cherry
happened.
picking.
Wait.
Cherry-picking.
Death Note.
Death Note was bad, but Death Note was bad. We all agree.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah.
you are cherry picking. You're a Castlevania, the series.
It's good.
It is good.
I liked it. It wasn't great. It was good.
There's a lot of great
I
Netflix
haven't
stuff.
finished it, but it's okay. It's good.
Yeah, but I mean, you're cherry picking.
Arcane.
Does Netflix?
The League of Legends
Yeah,
show.
Arcane. Yeah, the League of Legends.
League of
one.
Legends.
Everyone loves it.
But what I'm talking about is like anime based.
Okay,
They're taking
Arcane.
on anime. Arcane, that's American.
All right, I'm sure there's something that was anime based that they did a decent job with.
Name
Yeah.
one.
Wow.
Well, I
Name
mean, we
one.
just started here.
Name one.
Mac, your mom liked Arcane? That is crazy. And I know she doesn't play League, so I just
Oh,
found
wow.
it
she's not a gamer.
She's not a
Here,
gamer.
let me look it up.
He was not a gamer at all. That's impressive. But Cascade brings up a good point. I mean, like The Witcher was a book before a game. So I mean, because the games are based off the books, and then
Well, I mean, we're
I
talking
think
about
they based-
adaptation.
yeah,
Adaptation is what I'm
there's a
talking
lot of
about.
source material from The Witcher.
They based the show off the books, I believe, like heavily off the books.
Yeah, it was based, the show was based off the books, not the games. But what I'm saying, like, Netflix is right now. I mean, Netflix is just grabbing up all the IPs that it can to
Yes.
produce content, and some of that is good, and some of that is bad.
Yeah, like who else is gonna step up to the plate? Hulu's not gonna pick up Cowboy
Hulu-
Bebop.
Yeah, we're
Hulu's-
not going to get any of
HBO's not
these
gonna pick up
shows.
Cowboy Bebop.
Hulu tried with Why the Last Man, and we saw
Yeah.
how hard that got hit. And it wasn't
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
It wasn't because Why the Last Man was bad. It was because of the fact that it got cancel culture pretty much.
Didn't it cost a lot of money?
It cost a lot of money too, but
It costs a lot of money. Yeah.
but it also got hit with some cancel culture stuff. And then
I mean, but the point is that Netflix is the one doing all this stuff where nobody else is
Exactly.
trying to do it, and it's
Yeah, no
not
one's
easy
gonna
to
take
do.
a
Everyone's
chance.
backseating and saying, "Oh, that sucks." Nobody tried it. Nobody has the guts to do some of this stuff, and they're doing it.
I mean, it's
mean-
huge facts. Huge facts.
Yeah, I mean, so like,
But
I mean,
they're not
they're gonna
doing it-
screw it up.
But they're not doing it right either. And then they're sitting
According
this
to you.
whole-
According to you,
According to you, you're not sitting in there when they create the series and calling the shots. I mean, these are
look,
people when they're making it are targeting some
we
kind of
all-
development in some way.
we all
Name
agreed to the
one.
fact that it wasn't like a groundbreaking show. But I
Yeah.
think at least the three of us agree that it should have had a season 2. And then after the season 2, maybe I would have been on the boat with you. They still stayed stagnant, but we don't know. And now we will never know because nobody's going to pick this up. Nobody.
And it's
There's
their-
not like a
it's
huge-
because of Netflix.
No, not because of Netflix. If Netflix hadn't picked up that IP,
Wouldn't
who
even
else
have
was going to
gotten it.
produce a
Yeah.
live action show?
Who?
Nobody.
No
thought you
one's
said
done it
Hulu.
yet.
Do you think?
No. I said
No,
Hulu just
no,
being
dude.
sarcastic.
No,
Nobody
Cascade,
is going
no,
to
yeah.
pick up. What's it called? Nobody is going to pick up Cowboy Bebop.
So like Cascade,
Nobody was talking about Cowboy Bebop.
Cascade asked, "Do we think mostly for you, Dark Side? Did you think that or do you feel like Netflix did the adaptation correct for Death Note?"
For Death Note, I'll be honest with you, Cascade, I don't remember it. I remember it being bad. I remember it. I remember they go to a theme park and that's about it. It was not good. I didn't like it.
It was horrible.
As far as adaptations go, I didn't even love the live action Japanese one. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The anime is the best adaptation
The
of
anime is
the
the best.
manga
anime
I've
is gonna be
ever
the
seen.
best.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I mean, could somebody do a good live action Death Note in the West? Yeah, you could. But there's a lot of like inherently Japanese things in Death Note that don't
Yeah.
translate well, like the Shinigami thing and everything. Like you could try, but it doesn't translate well. So I don't know if you could have a flawless natural adaptation in the West. So I don't know. I didn't think it was good. I just don't remember enough about the Netflix.
I
It
think
wasn't good at all.
I think the biggest,
It was
the
bad.
biggest problem with adaptations, right? When you try to change an entire series into a movie, it just doesn't work. With Death Note, it was the build up. It was, you starting from zero with Yagami Light, going from innocent student to being a mass murderer to being Kira, and then not being Kira, but in actual reality, he was actually being Kira behind the scenes with multiple Kiras, and then the cult aspect of it, and then you have
The twist.
You have L coming into it. There were so many things that were at play, and the story is very, very linear overall. but that's something that you just can't
It's
reproduce in a movie.
the manga is
No.
also like I love the manga, but it is halfway through that manga
Manga?
series. It's the manga.
Oh,
The manga.
Oh,
Ugh.
Jesus
Go
Christ.
on.
Anyways, it's highly repetitive. Like halfway through that main story, it flips and does
Yeah.
the same thing again.
Well, remember there was
Anyone
also
ever
when
remember
they
the
had,
manga? Yeah,
yes,
go ahead.
remember when they also had that filler? There was
Yeah, there's a lot
good
of filler
chunk of the
bullshit.
manga that was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
pure boring filler.
Yeah, so it's not even perfect from the get go. There's things
Yeah.
about it that are great, but let's not beat around the bush here. There's plenty of opportunity to make it better.
It's like Berserk.
Yeah.
Berserk.
Yeah.
If the anime for Berserk is honestly better than the manga. The manga is great. I'm not saying the manga is not great. The manga in itself is great, but it is so long and it has been so many years to get to the point. While the
Oh, man.
Berserk anime, whether you're talking about the
The
original,
90s anime.
the 90s
The
anime, even
Yeah.
the OVAs that they turned into like a miniseries wasn't
Yeah.
bad either.
Yeah,
But the
they
thing
cut
is,
a lot out though.
they do. But the thing is,
They
to
do.
make a consistent story, the 90s anime was really good. And
I love it.
It pushed you along, got you to the highlights and the big points of the series, and it kept it moving. So sometimes the anime is usually the manga, in my opinion, usually is much better. Like for me, like Demon Slayer, the manga is phenomenal. Anime action wise is really great. We'll see how it goes, but there's a great balance in between the two, and that's really good mediums for those two. But when you start getting into live action, especially when they try to take a 20 episode series or a multi-season series and make it into a movie as if it was a live action OVA, it usually doesn't play out. Good example is Attack on Titan OVA, Attack on Titan live action. Overall, it was cool. They changed a lot of the stuff in the live action. It just didn't turn out as well.
Yeah, that's right. Choking it, you dirty bitch.
But yeah, like Bandito Mac, he agrees. Yeah, the story screws up at the beginning. He's talking about Death Note, but the beginning is really good, and it really depends on which animation you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it all changes. It all depends. Are you guys okay? Are you guys having a moment?
Yeah.
Oh no, it just Ed started choking on his juice like a dumbass.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I mean,
That's
the point is that ultimately you have
Mm.
adaptations. Adaptations are difficult. They're hit or miss.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing special about anime adaptation from a book adaptation, from a animated series adaptation. There's just like cultural differences that either you get it or you don't. Cowboy Bebop didn't really have a lot of Japanese cultural.
It's everywhere. It's more Western.
No. Yeah. It was more of a melting pot for sure, but it didn't have like Bleach would have a lot more Japanese cultural, hard to translate stuff.
Yeah.
So certain anime have like cultural things that don't like Death Note don't translate directly, but Cowboy Bebop's a good example of something that could theoretically translate. Even the one that they're making right now, what is that? One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah.
One Piece could translate. It's a pirate.
Oh, I forgot about Zero to do that.
Series.
Oh no, I'm scared for One Piece right now.
It'd be like
I'm not even a One Piece fan.
But the thing is, like, if they made a Hunter x Hunter live action, I would instantly think it's gonna be a piece of shit because it would be very hard to bring in the themes of Hunter x Hunter into a live action with children involved, and it will just be a weird thing. That's why I think we will never see a live action Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter, a series that has been repeatedly recommended to me by man and machine, AI and human being, keep throwing it at me,
Yes.
and I keep looking at the art for it, and I'm like, looks stupid, but
No.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I tried.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. I think I told you before, the best anime that pretty much hands down that everybody says is one of the best animes, especially in recent decade or so, has been Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's one of the best one of the best animes out there, especially from an adaptation from an anime. The first Full Metal Alchemist changes a lot as far as the anime is concerned, but the Brotherhood is manga accurate. So that's
So
one.
Brotherhood is the best one to watch.
Brother one is the definitive one to watch.
Okay.
The other ones are not so much. It's a good definitely a good manga to or a good anime to watch, but it's not anime accurate or it's not manga accurate. So I would definitely watch that. If you and for a series, and if you want more of a mature series, outside of that, go ahead.
No, I was saying just thinking along the same lines of adaptations that we've been wanting or people we've been hearing about that I'm scared about the translation, the cultural translation and how well it'll fit. Akira. I love that series. I love the original, the manga. I love it. Like, and I think the animated series, the movie is good, but it's not nearly as strong as the manga. So even that is so steeped in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
I can't see that being adapted well. There's also something else I was thinking
I
of.
kind of
It's
disagree with
also
that though.
why
Ghost in the Shell because it's Neo Tokyo. I mean,
it's Neo Tokyo, but there's a lot of like cultural elements within the city, within their like class structure and everything that I think is inherently Japanese. The military structure. There's stuff that you could translate if you wanted to, but it just is uniquely Japanese. Also,
I mean, they could also just keep it Japanese,
they could,
even
they
if
could.
they do a series or a
But
movie.
no, because you know what they're gonna do if they try to make it Japanese and they try to bring it into a Western culture, they're gonna whitewash it. Where
they're gonna whitewash
the
it.
white man, like the Great Wall of China, you have all these damn Chinese people, right? But here comes these two white guys out of nowhere telling, "Hey, guess what? Chinese people, we can save the day because you guys don't know how to protect your wall."
Hey, Tetsuo.
In the defense of that movie,
John Tetsuo.
John Tetsuo.
That's actually what the Chinese director and audience wanted for that movie. So it wasn't like the Americans trying to put their nose in it. It was more the Chinese wanting American actors in their movie.
I understand that because it gives more appeal to the movies, but at the same time, I'm just like, like Cascade say, White Raiden, like, hey, look at gay, like, come on, like,
but come on, White Raiden. Yeah, I know. That's my Raiden for sure.
That is my Raiden. That is my Raiden.
An Asian Raiden would be blasphemy at this point. It wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't. But they tried it. They did it. They had
it.
But they made them
They
super
just
Asian.
add tape to the sides of what's his name's that actor that played Raiden. They just put tape on his eyes.
But the thing is, they made Raiden too Chinese in the last movie because Raiden in the Mortal Kombat series is just talks normal. But then they had the
barely speaking.
In the Mortal Kombat movie,
I don't think so.
I was expecting.
We all know Raiden wags his finger. We all know that. That's canon.
But if it was a Chinese version, and he'd be like, laughs in Chinese. Like it was just weird.
The last movie when he.
I don't know what that was. That's
I was expecting for the yellow subtitles to appear every time he started talking.
It was so bad. And it's like they had the other people. They had Scorpion and Sub-Zero like talk perfectly. Like if you're gonna have somebody speak another language, just have them speak another language and then just put subtitles. Don't have them, try and speak Chinese or try to speak English as if they were a Chinese native speaker. It was just really bad. But
has anyone watched? Sorry, just a quick aside. Has anyone watched the newer animated movie for Mortal Kombat?
No, I didn't.
No.
Not the new one, no, because it wasn't.
Because I'm seeing a pattern that every time they show Kung Lao, he has to die. Why do they hate so much of my boy Kung Lao?
Well,
he's always horribly getting killed.
In the lore, he dies. He dies in every Mortal Kombat.
Every Mortal Kombat thing, he's always dying. I'm like, come on, man.
But he's the reason why like Liu Kang goes out because his brother was Kung Lao, right? Did his brother become Kung Lao in the lore?
Kung Lao is a descendant. No, Liu Kang is
a descendant of Kung Lao. But I'm talking about in the original movie. Like they made Kung Lao be his brother. and then that's why he got killed. But in the series, Kung Lao is an ancestor of Liu Kang. But Kung Lao isn't that just a title that gets passed along to new people?
That is true because he does say, "I'm Kung Lao, the descendant of the great Kung Lao," or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
they're the
You're right. I think Kung Lao is the title.
Yeah, Kung Lao is a title. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why Kung Lao, like, even though
He's like the Kenny of the series.
yeah,
He's always getting horribly killed.
like he does something really cool. He does something really cool in the movie, and then he dies. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they did my boy Kung Lao right in the last
Yeah.
movie. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked him.
But then he got his soul song like
Yeah.
Shang Tsung. God, let's not
Bad
talk about
Shang
that.
Tsung too. That was a bad Shang
Yeah,
Tsung.
it
Let's
was
not
a bad
talk
Shang Tsung.
about that.
Great Scorpion though.
Yes, that's the only thing I
Great
liked about it was
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah. So
All right. So I mean, Cowboy Bebop, we realize will never come back. But
Yeah.
hopefully this
What
chance.
is coming
There's
to
a chance.
Netflix is
Yeah.
they're doing a Gundam live action, which I'm very scared about. I'm a
Yeah.
big Gundam fan.
I can't.
I don't know
wait.
what
I hope they keep it
Gundam.
realistic. I hope they keep it
you a
realistic.
Gundam fan? Nah,
No,
that's
let's
crazy.
Nah,
Can we keep
not
it
at
realistic?
all.
Can we keep
Not
Gundam
at
realistic
all.
with the
Yeah.
yellow
It
male?
needs to
version?
have
all.
yes, it needs to have the necessary homoeroticism in
Mm,
order to make the Gundam fusion happen.
mm.
Very
What's
important.
to
It's
quote
not
Dark
Voltron.
Side? What is it?
It's not Voltron.
Dick to butt.
he's like, here comes Hiro Yui talking about, hey, we got to fuse together to make our Gundams work. And then I guarantee you, Ed would not complain about that scene. Like,
No.
he complained
There's
about.
no scene.
That's the scene.
Yeah, that's the
There's
scene.
no scene, but it's not Gundam Wing. It just said Gundam, so I'm assuming they're gonna do
Hiro
the
Yui
first
is working on-
Gundam.
Is working on his Gundam. The mechanic comes like, hey, like, man, I really like your tailpipe. Might be something stuck in it.
Let me polish it up.
Let me pause your
Anyways, so they're
What do I
doing-
owe you for all this work on my Gundam?
That's what he calls his
Anyways,
asshole.
they're doing it's confirmed. There's already images. They're doing a live action Gundam. They didn't say which one.
Yeah,
I'm
that's funny.
assuming it's the first one. They're doing
God.
what it was announced today is Mega Man,
Mega
which
Man.
I'm really
Yes.
scared about.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're doing One Piece. I'm not even a One Piece fan, and I think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And there's something else here, but I forgot. But those are the three that
They're
I
doing
remember.
everything at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what
So
happens.
you're not a One Piece fan. So when the One Piece series comes out, you shouldn't have an opinion on it, right?
I know a
That
One
is
Piece
true.
fan who's in this chat, so I'm sure he's a very
No,
upset
you.
about it.
We're not talking about the person.
I'm talking-
We're
I'm
talking
talking
about you,
You
but-
shouldn't have an opinion.
But from
Because in the past, you have said that unless you're a fan, you shouldn't have an opinion.
I never said that. But what I'm seeing a pattern here is when Netflix does a
Green Tears
Anime.
with the research.
anime
Huh.
You got
adaptation.
the research face on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who, me?
No, Green
No,
Tear.
Green
He's gonna
Tear.
he's gonna splice where you said that, add it
Yeah.
into it. He's gonna add it right where you
Editor.
said it.
he literally put the time code down.
Yeah.
Anyways, don't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about it.
But what
Yeah,
I'm saying
exactly.
is, what I'm seeing a pattern. Netflix, when they do anime adaptations, I don't think there's been one that's been good. So I don't have any.
You know what?
Expectations for these new ones.
We're
that I
gonna
just-
have to browse through it, but I'm sure there has been good anime adaptation.
I would say one thing because I know we need to wrap this up. 'Cause we're going
Yeah.
On Netflix or generally? We've talked
Netflix.
about generally.
Netflix.
Oh,
Netflix.
yeah.
It's not a live action adaptation, but I will say this. So Netflix has done some good things for the realm of animation because of Seven Deadly Sins. I don't know if you guys were aware of that huge fiasco with Seven Deadly Sins. The animation for season like
Garbage.
3 was absolutely garbage. It looked like MS Paint. It was one of the worst animations I've ever seen on a actual full production anime.
Worse than Dragon Ball Super in the beginning.
Worse than Dragon Balls. No, it was just as bad. No, it was actually worse. It was worse. Where like the faces were those like they would go from a nose to just a carrot. It was really bad. Netflix did step in and they had certain scenes redrawn. Not much better, but had certain scenes redrawn after the shows aired in Japan. Netflix had some things commissioned to be redrawn to have better more fluid
To fix it.
animation. So
Yeah.
Netflix definitely does care about certain things. I'm not even sure 100% it was Netflix. I heard other reports that it might not have been them. But let's just, give them a chance and see what they do.
Yeah.
It's you're taking a chance every time somebody does it. When it's good, it's good. We all celebrate it. When it's bad, it's bad. But you gotta take the chance if you
I mean,
want
it's
it.
all been bad so far.
Yeah, but it could be good.
It
So
could be.
you
Could
gotta
be.
take the chance.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we wouldn't get anything good. You wouldn't get adaptations of many movies if we never took the chance. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
You
on
gotta take a
Netflix.
chance.
yeah,
I'm just on
even
Netflix.
Netflix does a good job with many other
Netflix
types
has
of
done a good
adaptations.
job with other
So,
things. Yeah.
yeah, so they definitely have it.
Hey,
You just got to give them a chance.
and
You
let's
got to
be-
find it.
and let's be honest. If Netflix doesn't do a good job, we know Pornhub will. So,
Oh yeah.
yep. I'm
All right,
Mm.
All right. Let's go
Ed,
ahead.
take us out.
Let's wrap this up.
All right, everyone. This has been episode 28 of the Blurred Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms and live on twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. Blur you later.
Blur you later,
Blur
bitch.
you later.
Blur you later.
Wow. So subscribe.
Subscribe. Yes, please.
Fuck
subscribe.
you.
Oh,
I doing it right?
Yeah, you
Subscribe.
got your.
Am I doing it right?
You got it
You're
right.
doing it right?
Wow.
All right,
Am I doing it?
For the people who obviously
you.
listen to audio.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Moral
and-
person.
All right, guys, we're out.